Hello, hello. Welcome to tonight's call. Welcome to the workshop, the mastermind, the beauty class. Welcome to each and every one of you. I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas. I hope that you guys had an amazing holidays, and I hope you guys are ready to learn bringing this New Year's right. Let's make sure I got all my stuff taken care of. Perfect. Everybody can see and hear me. To everybody just coming in, Merry Christmas. Hope you guys had an amazing holidays. Hope you guys are ready to learn, ready to bring the new year in the right way. Let me ask you guys, in this New Year's, who here is ready to quit their job? Anybody? Anybody looking to get into the New Year's right, build something new, launch that company, get that first set of sales, wake up to the Instagram, TikTok shop, Shopify, ching, 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 ching. Anybody here looking to make sales overnight? Come on. Let me ask you guys this. How many of you guys already have a business? Who here already has a business? Who here is already making products, already doing all of that in terms of getting up and running, getting ready to launch? Okay, a few of you guys. And how has sales been going so far? Anybody locked in and start building out their sales and what they need in terms of the holidays, Christmas, New Year sales? Anybody looking to January, February to start running sales? Where are we at with tonight? I need a website, working on a website. I want to in prices. Now, who here is working on their brand already? Anybody? Focusing on their brand, building out the stuff they need. Everybody on TikTok and Instagram, if you guys want to join, I don't care what platform you on. If you're on Instagram, go to the link in my bio, click on that. You guys can all join in. It's free. We're on Zoom. You guys can see the screen. We're giving out beauty vendors in about 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to be paying for somebody to get a website built. Anybody need a free website built, put one in the chat. I got you guys. Helping you guys out with branding, resources, supplies, funding options, all of that stuff. We're going to look to build and bring in 2026 the right way in terms of launching and getting our business up and running. I just need to market. How have you been marketing so far? Marketing seems to be something that a lot of people struggle with. And I think a lot of that comes down to being able to differentiate what is considered marketing and what is considered posting. Um, One of my good brothers, Marcus, him 500, said this to us while we were in Thailand. He says, "Would you consider yourself a CEO, a marketer, or I forgot what the third one is?" And I think everybody who was there realized that when it comes to marketing, you either know what you're doing and know or don't. And so those who are business oriented are CEOs. Those who are marketing and can figure out what they need and how to move and how to get the right stuff are marketing. So when we look at our brand, when we consider what we're building, when we consider the direction that we want to go, when we realize that in 2025 we set goals that we didn't accomplish, in 2025 we're leaving behind a task that we promised ourselves that would be done, a business we told ourselves we would make. Let me ask you guys this: who here has an LLC? If you have an LLC, put a yes in the chat. Put a yes in the chat if you have an LLC. And I want you guys to look at how many LLCs are in the chat, right? But then I want to ask the second question: how many of you are making consistent money with your LLC? And everybody has an LLC. Everybody knows to go do that. But once we get beyond that LLC, this is where we falter. And I said consistent. Now that you went and made 40, $50 this week and 100 next week, right? I want to know that you guys can make sales every single day. I wouldn't go to bed till I did $1,000 in sales in my company, Pure Tropics. I'm not going to bed unless I did $1,000 a day. If I had a job at Dillard's, if I worked at Saks Fifth, if I had a job at wherever it might be selling stuff, guess what? I have a sales quota, yet I don't have a sales quota for myself. I have a sales quota to which I must meet in order to maintain and keep a job. Yet I allow life to move past me every single day with my own business. I'm not doing the things necessary for my business. I'm not moving like I'm hungry. I'm moving like I have a pillow top mattress. I'm moving like I got a Benz in the like the Benz is the cleanest thing I could have in the garage. I'm moving like I ain't got family still in poverty and friends who need help. I'm moving like I don't have that hunger, that which I need in order to launch and build a business. So let me ask you guys this: in 2026, How many of us are going to step outside of what we already are and launch and make this business? Who here is going to launch and get their business to another level in 2026? Who here is going to build something great? Who here is going to go ahead and remove their family from whatever situation that they're in? Anybody here planning on walking out their job because their business is making more a month than their job was paying them a year? Real story. That's my story. I'm at work making what? 65,000 a year. I did 100,000 with my business in 6 months. Then went on. Once I got that $1,000 goal, I'm doing 30,000 a month in sales. Then I'm doing 60,000. I'm on. I got to a point where I'm doing 30,000 a week in sales. Let me tell you guys something. The more we sit back, the more we wait, the more we allow things to come from to us, the longer it takes for us to grow, the longer it takes for us to build, the longer it takes for us to go to another level, a higher plateau, a higher place. Now, when I ask you guys, when I ask this question, I want everybody in this chat to put their answer in, and I want you to be real with yourself. How many of us promise by the first quarter of 2026, we're going to push our business to $100,000 in sales? No questions, no nothing. We're going to hold ourselves accountable each and every day. We're going to put this work in if we have to. If you tell me I got to go bed at 12 o'clock at night and wake up at 5 a.m., guess what I'm going to do? If you tell me that I'm going to do all of this, listen, not enough of us has touched 100,000. Not enough of us have seen what that looks in our bank account. Not enough of us has realized what our true potential is. We go to work every single day and allow someone else to tell us what we're worth. But in 2026, we're going to make a whole different plan, a whole different direction. We're going to launch these businesses. We're going to go ahead and build that hair company. We're going to go ahead and launch that skincare company. I put a recipe together tonight to show you guys how what $400 worth of oils that you could buy online turns into a $36,000 profit margin with just one product. There's no reason we can't make money. No reason we can't build a business. No reason we can't go further than we currently are. So let's get into it. I'm going to be dropping stuff now. Can someone set a timer? Now watch this. Instagram and TikTok, we are live on Zoom. Instagram and TikTok are kind of just here for the ride. That means you guys will hear me, but you won't see what I have on my screen. I will be dropping vendors. I'm going to give somebody a logo. We're going to bring in the New Year's right. Everybody agree with me? We're going to bring in the New Year's right. So in order to bring the New Year's in, I'm going to step outside the box and give you guys what you might need. I might pay someone to get a logo. I'm going to pay someone to get a website. We're going to bless somebody and we're going to bring in this new year correctly. Each one of us are sitting here deciding that we are going to reach for the stars. Each one of us are sitting here deciding that we are going to finally make that decision to change our life and we are going to launch. So let's go ahead and get into it. Also, TikTok and Instagram, if you guys want to join, hit the bio. So if you're on my Instagram, hit the link in my bio. If any other platform, same thing. Jump in on the Zoom. It's free. No questions asked. Jump in and come get some vendors. At least come for the next in 15 minutes when I give this website away and I go ahead and pay someone to build a website. Then at least has anybody started a business and made money? I don't think I would be here, nor a lot of people would be here if we didn't really make no money in our businesses. But you know, this is how it is. If you're on Instagram, just go to my the link in my bio, and my the Zoom link is right there in the bio. Let's go ahead and get started. I see my camera went off. Let me fix that on Zoom, but let's get going.
Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Nehemiah. I just want to leave a quick testimonial for my brother, Dave Wong K. This dude is probably one of the most incredible marketers that I know. And over the last several years, he gave me so much game on not only Instagram marketing, but just different ways to move as a business owner. So again, I just wanted to say thank you, Dave, for what you've done to me. Thank you for giving me several blueprints to further grow my income as well as my following, bro. I truly appreciate you. Let's keep going.
That's my brother Nehemiah right there. Now, pause everything, grab a pen and paper. Note takers or money makers. I'm gonna say that again. Note takers or money makers. Now I'm gonna be moving through this pretty quickly, right? So you don't want to miss any of the vendors, suppliers. If you're looking for a label supplier that could do labels like this, I don't know where my other set of labels rolled to. Boxes like this, anything like that, I'll be dropping that. You guys need to know where to get your business insurance. I'll drop that. Where to get shipping supplies. Best company to ship overseas. How to make extra money off of FedEx. I'll be dropping all of that stuff. My issue is consistency. Listen, Consistency is a decision. I was just having a talk with my niece, and I told my niece the most important thing that she can focus on in this life, the most important thing that she can start working on in her 12 going on 50 life is self-discipline and being able to make herself do stuff that she does not want to do. I promise you guys, it'll change your life. Now, let's see where everybody is. I see ATL, Birmingham, West Palm Beach, Florida, Michigan, Wyoming. My dad's out by Wyoming. He says it's pretty cold right now. DC, Dominica, New York. All right. I see Guyana, Suriname, South Africa, Arizona, Indiana, Chicago, Texas, another Texas. We are all over. And no matter Lakeland, Florida. I know some Lakelands. No matter where we at, no matter what we're going on, no matter what you're doing, listen, the this opportunity is everywhere, right? We live in a day and age. Everybody agree with me on this. We live in a day and age that no matter where you are, you can make money as long as you have a cell phone and or a laptop. Everybody agree with this statement? Put a yes in the chat if you guys agree with that. Everybody here agrees that they're willing to give at least the same effort that they would give a job to their own business. Everybody agree with that? Don't you guys lie? Because some of y'all can't even put an hour of your own work into your own business, but you go to work for 8 hours and get paid $10 an hour. When you could sell this one bottle of face oil right here for $60 a bottle, all you have to do was sell one every hour, and 10 hours you made to what, 6 grand? So we are all going to. Last question. Everybody is here is committed to being the best version of themselves in 2026. No more holding back. No more dumbing ourselves down for others. Wait. Let me go ahead and put this one. No more acting like we're scared to launch a business because we're scared someone might see us fail. Ooh, ooh, David, that's deep. What did you say? I said no more being scared to launch a business because we're scared that someone might see us fail. We're scared that they might talk about us. Let's be honest, they talk about us anyways, right? Because if they didn't talk about us, we wouldn't be worried about them talking about us. We're going to move with a vision. We're going to move with a dream. We're going to move with a plan. Now, is anybody here looking to make perfumes, colognes, fragrances? Uh, I was just explaining to my girl how hair perfumes are such a big thing and why they are, and how in 2026 I see so many people doing it. Now, this is one of my students, and this student right here built a fragrance brand, Isidore. He partnered up with a celebrity. He has this brand all over. He has it in Saks Fifth. He has it in all these gift boxes. If someone from Gary, Indiana, Chicago could do it, if me, San Bernardino, Fontana, California can do it, come on, I want to know what is preventing us from moving forward. There's opportunities all over, right? I can launch a business, I can make money, I could get my products into the right hands, but if I never stop, how do I ever get there? If I never move with a passion, if I never move with a will, how can I get there? Think about this. The beauty industry is worth so much money. How many of you guys get your hair done? How much is it to get a wig, get it installed, and get it styled? How much do you guys spend when you go to the nail shop? You know the nail or the nail polish should be dirt cheap. How much do you guys spend on that? This industry is worth $159 billion. And we're not even touching half the stuff that it is. We're not looking at what is capable, what's possible. How many of you guys have went to Bath and Body Works and bought something because it was on sale? Victoria's Secrets and bought something because it was on sale. Ooh, anybody here that wear Bond number 9? Any of those? Tom Ford? Come on. He got the cherry vanilla, cherry smoke, vanilla. He got all those ones, right? But we're paying top dollars for products that we can make ourselves. We're paying top dollars for products that we can literally take from home. Labels, product labels cost what? $100 for 1,000 labels. Bottles with a cap on it is $1, maybe 75 cents worth of oil. We have what? $3 worth of ingredients, bottles, and labels, and all of a sudden we are making money. We're making natural deodorants and we're selling an underarm detox and we're partnering that together, right? Underarm detox is nothing but a quick clay mask. Licorice root to help to brighten up the underarms. Pineapple extract or enzymes, it's powder form, right? In order to go ahead and slosh off the dead skin. Clay powder, either kaolin or bentonite to pull out the toxins that the aluminum and all the other deodorants have left under our arms. And all of a sudden, we have a deodorant And a mask, we sell them together. We're making $50 off a product we could have sold for what, $20? We can look at how every product that we make, how we can get different ingredients and we can help people with acne. Anybody here suffer from acne? Put a yes in the chat. Yes in the chat. If you need, I need a partner, hit me up. I do all kind of angel investing, partner up with certain students who are doing successful, all kind of stuff, right? Anybody here have hyperpigmentation, eczema, alopecia, an ugly pimple on our face or head or anywhere that we don't like? Oh, ladies, every time you guys shave or wax, anybody here get ingrown hairs? That's a product out here for somebody, right? Anybody think that they could make money off of some problem that they suffer with and other people might suffer with that same product? Listen, I worked on an Air Force base fixing aircrafts. I had to climb into the wings and pull foam on C-130s, C-5s, and stuff. I had to do all of that, and because of that, and I had a pilot license, so even in keeping that, I had to shave. We had to be fresh faced, right? Because if the oxygen mask doesn't seal in an emergency situation, we are all messed up. So every time I would shave, I would get ingrown hairs. I said, if I suffer from this, how many other people suffer from this? I sat down, I tried out products. None of those products worked for me. I created a product. That product right here has probably by itself responsible for at least 10 million in sales. Because guess what? I'm making a product for men thinking they all have the same problem as me, but women are buying it. People are buying it because they can recognize a problem and they want that solution. If you're on TikTok or Instagram or TikTok, it doesn't really matter, but go to Instagram, go to the link in my bio, click on that. You guys will see the Zoom link. It says we're live. Click on that. It will bring you into the Zoom. I don't care what platform you are on. I'm responding to somebody on Instagram, but it doesn't matter what platform you guys are on. It's the same set of instructions, and you guys could jump on. We're about to give a website away where I'm going to pay someone to build out a website. Let me ask this. Anybody here need a logo or a website tonight? Would a logo or a website jumpstart your business in this coming year? Let me ask you, let me rephrase it. Is anybody looking to be blessed? Somebody just spent up some money on the holidays. Somebody just don't look forward to going to the same job they've been going through all year, dealing with the same coworker. Wait. Does anybody have a boss that they didn't care for? I'm gonna raise two hands because my boss loved to try to get me fired, but I was a little quicker than him. I don't know why. You try to set me up. At least don't tell the people who I got hired at the same job. Now, next is anybody here scared of making their own products? Does anybody here not think they're capable of making their own product? Something simple, easy. I want you guys to understand making a product is not a hard task. Making a product is something that is simple that each one of us can do. Making a product will allow you guys to make money from home. I don't know about you guys, but I love to make money from home. I might be sitting in my warehouse office right now in a deep, dark corner, but I love to make money from home. You're scared. I love that. At least you can honestly say that, right? We're scared that we might fail. We're scared that we might mess up. We're scared that the product might turn out. But guess what? If I'm making an oil and I add too much of one oil versus another, in order to balance that out, I just have to add more oil. If I'm making a soap and or a body butter and it doesn't work out, I could probably melt that back down and make a new product, right? Products don't sell. I have several products that don't sell. There's a lot of companies that have that same problem, right? So what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to teach you guys how to figure out the right product to make. Is that okay with everybody? Right products to make, how much money you can make from making the right products, how to package it in a way that allows you guys to get the highest number of sales. And then from there, if anybody needs help or coaching, can I step in and guide you from there? All the resources, all the websites, all the links for you. Let's start off with something simple, right? Anybody need shipping material or packaging supplies that you don't want to have to go order from overseas? Something that you guys can find something that fits your brand, the colors somewhere local in the US. I'm talking about 1,000 envelopes for what? 100 and something shipping boxes. So this is the company that I get my supplies from. It's called You Pack and Ship. I found this on a humbug on Etsy and I ordered some envelopes and I was like, where did they get these palm tree envelopes? Flipped up the envelope, Guess what company is printed on it? I'll say, yep, this is where I'm gonna go get my supply. So now I don't have to go overseas to get these. I could get 1,000 boxes. Let's not even get that much. 500 shipping boxes. 100 boxes is $37. It fits my brand perfectly. Can I drop this in the chat? Anybody need this? I'll start off with that. How about a company to ship overseas? This is stuff I give my students. This is stuff I give my mentees. A company that allows you to ship overseas. So if I'm shipping overseas, and let me break this down really quick. When I started my company, I was shipping with the post office and DHL. Start shipping internationally out the gate. I figured if my competitors don't, I might as well do. I might not make the most money off of it, but as long as I break even for the most part, I'll be okay. And so for years, I shipped with all these things, product issue shipping, and then I found this company. It's called APC Postal Logistics. APC Postal Logistics. Now, I've been working with them for over 10 years now, and I'll drop their link in the Zoom chat. I've been working with them over 10 years. I ship boxes to Canada, UK, France, Germany within 3 to 5 business days, and it's costing me roughly $5 to $7. I could get packages to South Africa within 10 business days, and it's costing me probably about $10 to $12. Now, what I love about them is when they give you a price, so they give you one price and they give the customers another price. FedEx does this too if you have a good FedEx rep. They set you up with like international shipping, and where they're charging the priority rate to your customers, they're only charging you economy rate, so you make money off of every shipment. It's kind of how they like to do stuff like that, right? Now, in terms of products, APC Postal Logistics for shipping, and then you pack and ship for shipping supplies. Now, let's talk about how to find the right product. For in the chat, tell me if you guys are here for skin, hair care, or both. In the chat, let me know. Now, I looked at a lot of businesses in this industry and I looked at a lot of businesses in the world. And what I realized is that while there were a lot of opportunities to make money, not every opportunity is for me. I wanted the opportunity with the most amount of work, least amount of effort, highest profit margins. Profit margins matter. Someone can tell me they make $1 million in sales a month, right? And they can make $1 million in sales, but if they're spending 900,000 to make $1 million in sales and they walk away with 100,000 after all that work, I don't necessarily find that to be worth it. Now, if you tell me that you can make a product for $3 and you can sell that product for $60 and my profit margin is 1,200%, and I made $1 million in sales, so I walked away with 700,000. Now you're talking my language. Now you got my full attention. So if I tell you that you can start a business from home for less than $500, and that business from home for less than $500 will bring in $36,000, is that something you would be interested in, or is that stretching the truth? Because I'm gonna knock everybody down when I show you guys. If I tell you right now, you can add on this one product. This one product will cost you $300 to make, but makes a $10,000 profit margin, and it pairs perfectly with that first product. So now I have a facial oil that I'm selling for $60, and I'm partnering up a mask with it for $25. That's an easy win. So when we look at businesses and we look at stuff, the first thing I want you guys to understand is that this market, the beauty market, is one that will never go away. It's a recession-proof business because when the money gets tight, when the money gets funny, we may not go out to get our hair done. We may not go out to get our nails done, but guess what? We're still going to do? Make sure we look good. So we're going to start bringing and doing all of that stuff at home. And that's where the money is made. When we can look and say, okay, no matter what's going on in the world, somebody needs this. No matter what's going on in the world, somebody is going to be interested in how to get their hair back to what it was. They permed it. They went out. They put too much color in it. Hair start falling out. Ooh, COVID. Nobody talks about how COVID has messed up people's hair. Nobody has talked about how medications that we take may make your hair fall out, but let's put an oil together onto the market. Let's bring together a product with a derma roller that I can sell and I can help people's hair grow back. The company right there that I brought up for the boxes was You Pack and Ship. The company for the shipping is called APC Postal Logistics. You know, in this year alone, the beauty industry is worth $784.6 billion. Let me say that again because somebody in the back doesn't know their numbers right. $784.6 billion was made in the beauty industry globally in 2025. How many of you guys helped to contribute to that money? How many of you guys bought more than 10 products this year alone? More than 12. How many of you guys went to Ross and TJ Maxx and saw something nice, picked it up? Oh, who here gave a gift away that was a beauty product of some sort? Come on. I just want you guys to realize how big this industry is, how much money's being made. I mean, we see millionaires being made every day. Black Girl Sunscreen, Moon X, Dollar Curl, Little Herbs, Ancient Cosmetics, Fenty. We go on and on and on, right? We see people making money. So the question is, why aren't we making money? Even if we think about it like this, in any given household, in a household of four people, how many different products are in that one household? How many of you guys put deodorant on today? Lotion, brush your teeth, brush your hair, put a hair product on. Our routines, it's so crazy that there are whole dedicated beauty routines that people do every single day. Yet we have to wonder if this market is so saturated that we can't make money in it. Isn't that crazy? Now, I'm going to tell you guys how to find the perfect product, and then I'm going to pay for someone to get a website done. Deal? Everybody agree? TikTok and Instagram. I will be giving this website away to somebody in the Zoom chat. So I don't care if you're on TikTok or if you're on Instagram, go to the link in my bio and you guys could jump in. All I'm going to do is say who wants to win a Zoom. Everybody in Zoom chat is going to say me. I'm going to spin the wheel. Wherever my mouse lands in the Zoom chat, that person, I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to show you guys the website so you guys can go buy, and then I'm going to ask for your Cash App, PayPal, Western Union, and or whatever account, and I'm going to go ahead and send that money. All right, we're going to keep it simple. So in a few minutes, we're going to hit that. Now, when we are looking to build a business, we're looking to build a product, when we're looking to see what direction that we should go, I want you guys to think about who your customer is. How old are they? Who are they? What platforms are they on? Where do they live? By knowing our customer, we know exactly what and how to sell to them, right? If I'm selling men, I'm going to stroke their ego. I'm going to, I hate to use the word, the S word with three letters because TikTok going to kick me off again. But we're going to go ahead and sell them that look. We're going to push them and tell them how smooth they are, how this is going to make everybody fall over them. Think about the old Axe commercials, Old Spice commercials before they start trying to sell Old Spice to women, right? If we know our customers, we know the products, we know who we're going to sell to, we can always make money. Now, let's take this idea. Anybody here use turmeric soap or brightening for hyperpigmentation? If we go on Amazon or Helium 10 or Jungle Scout, Etsy, and we look at those, you will see that those products are selling the most. A lot of people suffer from hyperpigmentation, dark spots, acne. You might get a bump, you might not even squeeze it, and the bump leaves a dark mark, and you want to get rid of it. Products like this sell. So by knowing the information and having the right information to which we can go to and we can go find our products and we can know what products to make versus, and someone help me out. All right, so a lot of people tonight said they have a business, right? And are selling products. So let me ask this. Do you guys decide what to sell, or do you guys
So
ask your customers what you should sell? Which one is it? Because that's a very important one, right? We have to know what to sell our customers. We have to know what our customers need. I can't say, let me start a business, and in this business, let me sell a body butter, a yoni oil, and a hair growth oil. I'm selling three different things on one website. That's going to lower the amount of money I make. I want to lock in. I want to focus on one thing that's going to make that money, and I want to build that product. I want to sell a
so how
full
you doing, my
kit for that product, matter of fact, instead of an individual product. Everybody make sense? I'm gonna play this review video. Everybody on TikTok and or Instagram, if you guys want to be on here, I don't care what platform you're on, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram, click the link in my bio. It's going to have a Zoom link. You guys could come jump in and win this website. It's free. I'm gonna just give it out and do all of that stuff while selling into samples in person. What customers tell you their problems? I'll tell you this before I play this review video. I have a cosmetic company, right? And I already make money. And I'm selling products. And my customers will come to me. Do you have anything for hyperpigmentation? Do you have anything for dark marks? Do you have anything for acne? Right? And I'm paying attention. And by paying attention, to what they are asking, I'm seeing what they need. So if I launch a new product, I always launch what my customers are asking for. Now, let's say I don't have no customers. I choose a problem. Anybody here has a problem? Hyperpigmentation, acne, alopecia, ashy elbows? Pick a problem. If I don't know what to do, I'm going to focus on a problem, not what I want to sell, not what my heart tells me. I pick a problem. I present the solution to that problem because I gave you the solution to a problem that, and let's put it like this: 1 in 4 people suffer from eczema. If 1 in 4 people suffer from eczema and I bring a product to the market, that means I have a huge customer base. So, in terms of dealing with eczema, I'm going to sell you a serum to help calm the eczema. I'm going to sell you a lotion to help with the inflammation. And I might even sell you a sea moss soap. So when you bathe, there's no fragrance or no this. I'm going to sell you a full kit versus an individual product to solve your problems. I'm going to take care of all your needs versus just giving you a simple one answer. Your problem is to diet and exercise. While diet and exercise is a part of a lot of problems, that is not the only problem. I could have a great diet and exercise every day, but sleep on a dirty pillowcase and still have acne and hyper and pigmentation.
So how you doing? My name is Ben. Owner and founder of Buy Blackify Brands. We sell organic CMOS products. I'm indebted to David. He really helped me just understand just the beauty space overall. Helped me get the ball rolling with my brand. Pretty much it's been night and day from when I first started to where I am now. Like he helped me formulate the product, he helped me find suppliers, he helped me find packaging, he helped me get content for the page. He helped me told me what to post. Like pretty much just everything I needed to get to where I am now. In the last 30 days, we've done, let me just show you guys.
This is one of my students selling a sea
Last 30
moss
days, we've
soap.
done 8,500. I don't know if you can see it. Hold up. Oh
8,500
no, they
within
can't see
2 months
it.
of
Let me
starting
pull
your
it up
business.
on the screen. You can just edit it.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. Last 90.
You doing moves too.
Anybody here trying to do eight, nine
Definitely
thousand dollars in the last 90
8,500.
days of business?
This month we should probably double that month to date. So doing big things with David's help. Like I said, I really wouldn't be where I am without him. He definitely helped me get to where I am now. It's pretty much just like a seamless process. The course can give you everything you need to know to like start, grow, start getting consistent sales and even scale. So if you're thinking about the beauty space, you want to get into it, like don't hesitate and just take action and start. That's pretty much all it is. Like I stalled for a long time and he was just telling me just start, just start, just start, just start. And once you start, like the sky's the limit. You just gotta take that first step and just start.
Let me ask you guys before I do this giveaway. How many of us is procrastinating on starting our business? Anybody? Anybody here been procrastinating on getting up and running, making sales, posting every day? Where's my procrastinators at? Can we stop procrastinating in 2026? Can we stop playing them games in 2026? Now, let's start with this. I've been promising you guys a website, and I want to go ahead and make sure that somebody starts 2026 the right way. I want to make sure that somebody has somebody who believes in them, right? To make sure that they have at least one tool to start this year the right way. So I've told Instagram, I've told TikTok, and I have told Instagram all over again. I don't really care what platform you are, what A or B, but if let's say we're on Instagram, all we have to do is go to the link in my bio and click on that. It will bring you into the Zoom. So everybody on Zoom, I gave them a time limit, right? Are you guys ready to win this website? Now look at this. This website is one that somebody is not going to just make, but they're going to also install it for you, right? So if we look at the premium package and we go down here, this person will build out, and let's go premium package. They're going to give you custom model changes, banner and text quote, brand colors. They're going to install it and set it up. Mobile and desktop layout. They're going to set it up with your TikTok and Instagram so you can be on sales. Domain name, newsletter sign up, store logo, placement, banners, all of this 4 to 7 days. So you will have an up and running website in 4 to 7 business days. Is that something that you guys can live with? Is that something somebody needs? Is that something that will help somebody, something that's going to bless somebody and make sure that they're on the right process of 2026? That's what I like to see right here. So if you feel like this website is already yours, if you're going to speak it into existence, put yes in the Zoom chat. Let me go ahead and pick somebody out. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to scroll up. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and drop this website link in here, and anybody who does need it will have it. But let me go ahead and see who's winning this on Zoom. You guys have been yesing me for a second. I don't really care how much yeses you put in here. Wherever this lands, that's it. So if you put yes, copy and paste 100 times, guess what? Wherever it lands, that person is winning. Now, the person who I have landed on is Gwen White. So, Gwen White, if you are here, please drop your Cash App or PayPal in the Zoom chat. Now, you have about 5 minutes to respond. And if you do, we're going to make sure that you have. Now, if you didn't hear me say it or missed it, you know, somebody else gets it, we're going to pass it on to somebody else. Now, in about another 15 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and give away a logo. We're going to make sure that everybody's here, but let's go ahead and give Gwen White an opportunity to drop her PayPal. Oh, I see it. I see you. I got your Cash App. Perfect. So as soon as I jump off this Zoom, I will go ahead and Cash App you the money to get this done. I will send you the website link. You could go ahead and order it and get it done. One a website. Let me put that in my link, in my notes, so I can remember to do this because my ADHD will have me going straight home right after this and completely forget. So notes. Now, when we are looking to start a beauty business, hey, does somebody else do we need to give another website away tonight, or should we just do logo and a mentorship session? Let me know in the Zoom chat. Now, when we are building a beauty business, when we're building up a brand and we want to make money and we want to take things to the next level, there's a lot of places that we could gather or gain information. I could jump on Pinterest, even though most of those recipes are going to tell you to put products in the fridge. I could jump on TikTok. I could go on blogs. There are so many different places that I can learn, right? That learning is just part of the process. Now, if I don't want to make products, I can always white label or private label out my products. Now, when I private label my products, there are companies like Evil Raw, Prima Flor, Onoxa, CBI, RRE's Cosmetics. All of these are great places that I can put my go to. I could buy a pre-made product and start selling it. So this is just one aspect for those who don't have the time, the effort, the energy to make their own products. We could always private label. Now, what I do recommend is that we use a base. I can go on a website like TikTok or Instagram and find all these amazing lotions in different colors, right? And let's jump on Pinterest really quick. I can find all these amazing lotions and all these amazing creams in different colors, these rainbow lotions, and they sell really well on social media because they are visual products. Visual products make money. Rainbow lotion. But in the same breath that I want to make a product this simple and a product that looks like this good, would anybody like a product like this? I can also go on Amazon. I could search a lotion base, put 5 gallons, and I can have a full lotion base for $120, $150 that I can go ahead, add the colors to it, add the stuff to it, the fragrance to it to have a product ready to go. I can literally use a base to speed up the process to which I make money. I can go on Essential Labs and I could buy the Mango Deep Hair Conditioner for curly and textured hair, and I could add a little bit of fragrance. I could add a little bit of black castor oil or black seed oil in order to take that conditioner to another level. And I know the formulation police, the purist, those who don't like what I say will tell you, well, that ain't formulated. No, I'm not here to show you how to formulate. I'm here to show you how to make money. I'm showing you how I can take a hybrid approach to my business where I can make some products. I can use a base for some products and I can launch a business from home. How I can take a simple idea, launch it from home, write my house off on my taxes, and still make a bag every single month. So that's what I focus on. I ain't one of these chemists who went to school for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, only to come out to make the most perfect product that takes 3 years to make. I formulate it, but never made no sales off of it. I'm not going to sit here and just tell you I make recipes all day. I run a business. I'm sitting in my office right now. I run a business. I know how to make sales. I know what my customers want. Case in point, how many of you guys have seen a sugar scrub on TikTok or Amazon, right? They're scooping it in, they're rubbing it on their legs, they're rubbing it on their arms. It looks good. Ancient Cosmetics, Lush, Truly Beauty, all these companies are selling a sugar scrub. But when we look at a sugar scrub, we could go to Nature's Garden. We could buy 8 pounds of whipped soap for $40. Go to Walmart, buy 25 pounds of sugar for $13. Add in some color, add in some fragrance, and have a sugar scrub going, what, 30 minutes worth of work? It doesn't make sense how easy it is to make money, yet what we do is we sit back and wait and hope somebody comes to show us, right? Every single day I drop recipes on my Instagram and TikTok every single day. Not just little recipes, not just I have an idea. I break the recipe down. I give you the instructions, what to put on the label, the MSDS, the product warnings. I give you a full store quality, commercial quality label. If you came to me and said, David, I want a custom recipe, I would say, okay, we're going to start off at $500, but I drop them for free. The reason why I drop them for free is because I want to show you that yes, take one free recipe, make money with one free recipe. And when you spin the block, when you come back, listen, when you're ready to go from $1,000 a month in sales, 5,000 a month to sell to 100,000. That's when you tap me on the shoulder. You see, using a base, using a lotion, using something that simple is a way to make money. Let's talk about it like this. Anybody here like money? I gotta just make sure I don't have no money is the root of all evil, and you're not gonna make it through the pearly gates if you make money. I don't need nobody here who needs permission to make sales. Nobody here who needs permission to be great in 2026. I don't really need you guys. I need the people who are striving for something more this year, who's looked at what they did over 2025 and was disappointed with how they handled 2025. Not disappointed, but we didn't hit the goals and the levels that we want. And so there's a higher path and more that we want out of this life. Those are the ones I want, right? Because I want to show those people how a company came on Instagram and TikTok and put rose petals in the oils from Walmart and Kroger's, and they made a close $50,000 off of every 500 that they spent. How one company took the idea of, let me put this stuff in a bottle, sell it on Instagram, sold out $100,000 worth of products in a single day. I ain't gonna call no companies names because I am petty, but I'm working on it for 2026. What I would say is this formulation fell off the truck. This formulation fell into my lap. No, I recreated it. It's so simple. It's so easy, it doesn't even make sense. They were spending $500 to make 15 gallons of oil. 15 gallons of oil put into 1 ounce bottles like this, so for $25 made $50,000. If I told you right now to go put $500 in crypto, post on Instagram and TikTok every day for the next 30 days, you will make 50,000. How many of you guys would go do it? Right? It's a no-brainer. Wait. You telling me buy this crypto? It's also a no-brainer. I would probably question somebody, but then I would juggle it in my head and like, well, it's only $500. I done blew more than that on a section. Shoot, I done spent more than $500 on a Spirit flight, and I still didn't fly in luxury, right? I would look at that and say, huh, that's a weekend in Atlanta at a regular hotel in a basic room. I would look at it and say that, and so I would put that in there and see. But here you can take $500 and put that into a product. Post your product every day, but because some of us are scared to post, some of us don't want to show the face God gave us, right? Because some of us don't want to tell our story. It holds us back. That unbelief, lack of confidence, lack of faith. If they say it takes a grain of mustard seed to move a mountain, I ain't even asking you to do that. I'm just asking you to post for 30 days. You see, building this business ain't hard. Building this business ain't complicated. Building this business is not something that each one of us can't do. Building this business is a simple and easy. It's just a decision. We all have a decision to make. It's just a decision that we want more out of this life than has been coming to us. Anybody okay with that? Anybody here ready to make a decision? Anybody here ready to build something new, ready to go to that next level, ready to go? Matter of fact, can I break down how much money we could make with a simple product before I go ahead and pay for somebody to get a logo? Can I run you guys through a free recipe? At the end of the day, this free recipe right here might be that one thing to make you walk from your job. I would choose a stock before crypto. I have a broker. How much are you paying your broker? Stocks or crypto, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, you're doing the same thing, right? You're reading something, you're making an educated decision based off the best of your understanding to which what might or might not happen, and you put money. I've made money with stocks. I've lost money with stocks. I've made money with crypto. I lost money with crypto. One day I put $500 into Shiba and sat back and forgot about it. And a week later, heard Shiba was making money. Looked and I had 25,000. I got a homeboy. He put he put 10,000 into some crypto and pulled out 90 million. But guess what? He's been losing money ever since that one time. It's just the way the world works. I might buy a used car and turn around and sell it. That my used car might make me an extra $1,000. You never know. Everything that we do in business is called a chance. But if I can shore up that chance, if I can take a dam and hedge up that risk, where only a little bit of water comes out, right? Just a little bit of risk. And what's that risk? That risk is I have a product in hand. The weakest link in this product is me. Meaning, as long as I know that I have this product, I spent $500 on this product, I could bring this product to market. At the worst, I lost was $500 and some time. At the most, I'll make is $50,000. I have shored up my risk because all I have to do at the end of the day is sit here and show you why this product is better than every other product that you have. Look at this. This is a recipe that I put together for a facial oil, power oil, right? I put all the nice images in here too. Anybody want this? Let me go ahead and drop this in the Zoom chat for anybody who wants this. I'll break it down. Now, this is going to be a lightweight, nourishing facial oil that absorbs really quick. It's going to support barrier growth, target blemish prone skin, and congestion. It's going to have a silky slip texture, medium light to cushion. Our target users are going to be normal and dry skin with combo blemish prone skin as well. Now, this is our power face oil. Watch this. A modern facial oil for skin that wants everything: radiance, balance, and clarity without excess weight. It's meticulously composed, high performance blend. You see how I can make it sound scientific, even though I could write this recipe really quick, right? Now, at the heart of this, we're going to look at this in a second. It's a simple facial oil that we're selling in a 1 ounce jar. This is a 1 ounce bottle. Simple facial oil we're selling in a 1 ounce bottle for $60 per bottle. Now, before you say, I would never spend $60 on a bottle, I will also tell you some people prefer drinking Sunny D and other people prefer drinking champagne. Some people are coffee drinkers and some people are tea drinkers. You just might not be my audience. Does that mean I can't run up a bag on this? Because last time I went to Sephora, I seen facial oil starting off at $60. I seen facial oils going to $200. I could tell you a brand right now selling a 1 ounce bottle for $500. You see, there's products all over and there's ingredients all over. It's not what you would wear or what you would use, but what other people in your market would buy. Now, let's look at this formulation. This would be for a 5 gallon batch. We're going to use squalene. It's ultralight emollient. We're going to use argan oil. We're going to use about a gallon or a little bit over a gallon on that. This is going to be nourishing fatty acids. It's going to support glow and comfort. Jojoba oil, liquid wax, right? Helps to balance our skin. It's built off of our skin's natural sebum. That's the consistency of it. So when we use it, it doesn't make our skin feel oily. Sunny D or champagne. That is my favorite line for women, right? And they're like, oh, you're not even my type. I'm like, oh, shoot. Some people like Tampico. Some people like champagne. That's my favorite line to kill them with it. But let me go back. This was back in the days when I was young and reckless. Now, we also going to add in sunflower seed oil. This is high linoleic support, great for barrier fill, lighter carrier to reduce the heaviness. Now, when we add certain oils, and we just had a workshop on how to build a face oil, we have our active ingredients, the oils that make the most, do the most for our skin. And then we have what we call our just regular, I don't want to say regular oils, but our carrier oils. The carrier oil's job is to support the active oils. The carrier oil's job is to make sure we make a high profit margin off of the more expensive oils. That's the truth. So the next ingredient we're going to put in here is organic castor oil. Anybody here use castor oil? Anybody here come from a Caribbean family and castor oil and ginger beer solves the problems of the world? Grandma used to line us up, make us drink a tablespoon of castor oil. I would say it's when we're bad, but it was anytime anytime she thought we needed a good cleaning. Neem, we're going to add in neem. This is traditionally for clarifying. It's going to support blemish care. Blemish care. Vitamin E, our antioxidant. Rosemary is going to help with preserving our oil, and our tea tree oil. So really, what we have here is a simple oil. Now, how would we make this? It's very easy. If anybody is confused on how to make this, stop me at a certain point, right? We're going to get a 5 gallon bucket. We're going to wipe the 5 gallon bucket out with alcohol. We're going to pour all the oils in there and stir it up. Product done. Anybody confused on how that works? No socks on in the winter, castor oil. Yeah. Moisturize with some castor oil and put some socks on. You going sliding. Making this product is a simple idea, right? We put all the oils in a bucket, stir it all up. You have a product right there. Simple, easy, less than 30 minutes. Is that too hard for anybody? Mix the recipe. Listen, let's go. I'm going to drop this full recipe in the Zoom chat so everybody has it and you guys can use it. It's all oils. If you have an all oil based, all we do, the argan, the squalene, the castor oil, the sunflower, the turmeric, the tea tree, the rosemary, all we do is post that. I'm sorry, not post that, pour that in the bucket. That's how hard it is. It takes 30 minutes to make it. How much for each oil? I'm glad you asked that. We're about to do that now. Now, check this out. I put the full manufacturing guides in here. So, how you guys can make it, what ingredients you need, supplies you need to make it, how to make it. Like I said, it's just pouring everything in there. Matter of fact, this right here is how to properly label your oil according to the FDA. But let's go down to what's important, and that's going to be the cost. You guys can look at these pictures later. So here's our profit cost and breakdown, right? We're making 5 gallons. 5 gallon is going to make us 640 of these bottles. Everybody still following me? 5 gallon makes us 640 of these 1 ounce bottles. The ingredients: squalene, $224, argan, $125, jojoba, $89, sunflower seed, $20, castor oil, $22, neem, $14, vitamin E, $6, tea tree oil, $5, rosemary, $4, turmeric oil, $4. That means to make 5 gallons, we spent $526. Right on the budget, right? Right on the money. 5 gallons, $500. We could even break it down to make it really simple for everybody. That means for every gallon you bought costs you $100. $100. Now that seems like a lot of money. I know. And if we wanted to buy the bottles for all of that right now, that'd be an extra, what, $700. I wouldn't recommend buying 600 bottles out the gate. I would only buy 100 bottles. $100. Once I sell that 100 bottles, I will go ahead and buy the next 100 bottles. That way we don't have money sitting around. I'm really opposed to that. Now let's look at the total cost. If we look at all the ingredients, we're spending $500. If we look at the with bottles and caps for 640 bottles, that's $640, $1 per bottle and cap. Labels, $64. If we were to launch this full business with everything, a full 5 gallon batch, which I would say start off smaller, we spend $1,200. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. That's a lot of money out the gate, but check this out. Let's look at the revenue. Let's look at how much money we make. If we took 640 of these bottles and sold it for $60 per bottle, we would make $38,000 for $38,400. Is that okay with anybody? We took $500 in ingredients, $600 in bottles. Right now, I wouldn't even say buy $600 in bottles. I would say just buy 100 bottles. Once you sell 50, buy 100 more. That way you're always keeping the money flowing, right? The total cost per bottle, this is bottle, label, and ingredients, 92 cents. So for less than a dollar a day, I promise you, you guys can feed your family, your kids, put your kids through college, all of that. Less than a dollar a day, you have a product in hand that sells for $60. You make a $38,000 profit margin off of one product from home. And let's not even talk about how we could write off our home on our taxes and make even more money with that. Let me ask, anybody here okay with that? Anybody here willing to invest $500 into their future? Willing to invest $500 to make a $37,000 profit margin with just one product? Now, here's the crazy thing. Once we bundle up other products, right? Once we add in our because this has turmeric oil, so once we add in our turmeric face cleanser, I'm selling this for out the gate $80. Now, if I add in my turmeric face mask, I have a $95 kit right here that costs me less than $20 for everything in my hand. Matter of fact, let me be honest with you. It would cost me less than $15 for everything in my hand. Yet I'm going to make $100 every time I sell this bundle to somebody who is suffering from hyperpigmentation, to somebody who has tried every single thing. Wait, to somebody who has bad hyperpigmentation yet hasn't realized that they put makeup on their face and go to sleep with the makeup on at night, which causes hyperpigmentation. They haven't realized that if I don't change my pillowcase every week, it's going to make my hyperpigmentation worse. So now you have a revolving door customer who is always going to come back to you because they're always going to need a product that you have. Now, let me show you guys where the real money is. Someone put real money in the Zoom chat. I just like to hear this because I like profits. I told you guys this from the gate, right? If I look at this and say, well, where's the real money? Well, David, if I made 1 gallon, how much money would I make? If you only made 1 gallon, you're going to make a $7,000 profit margin. It's going to cost you what, $100 to make a gallon, and you're going to make 7,000. If you make a 2.5 gallon, right? 2.5 gallons, 300 bottles. It's going to cost you $263 and you're going to make $19,000. All you have to do is sit and sell your products on Instagram or TikTok shop. 5 gallons, we already talked about that. 5 gallons cost us $526 and we're going to make a $30,000 profit margin. 38, sorry. The 8 matters. Now, when we go beyond that, let's say if I make 50 gallons. 50 gallons. Wait, can I make something connect to you really quick? 5 gallons made 38,000. 50 gallons will cost me 5,000. So if I take $5,000 out of 38,000, I'm still left with $33,000 in profit margin. But I have 50 gallons of a product that will make me $384,000 off of selling a one product. You see how you can scale to money? How we start small, we start with what we can afford, whether that is $100 for 1 gallon, and we work our way up to $5,000 for 50 gallons. But we went from making $7,000 off of our hustle, off of our belief, off of making the decision that we won't go to sleep every night unless we did $1,000 in sales, off of setting off Netflix for an hour a day and focusing on our business, off of having me and my niece make an Instagram reel every single day, off of using a product that I probably needed myself anyways, a product that solved a problem. I can go ahead and make money. You see, it doesn't matter where in the world you are. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter none of that. How committed are you to moving forward? How committed are you to your dreams? How committed are you to going to that next level? How committed are you? Are we going to procrastinate our way into 2026? Are we going to lie and make all the same promises we made in 2025 and not get nowhere? Are we going to keep playing the same games we have been, or are we going to make that decision? Are we going to commit? Are we going to figure out, listen, if I don't make it, my family doesn't make it. I'm the one who has to lead the way. I'm the torchbearer. I'm the person who knows, who is committed, who will do everything in my power in order to go to that next level. Who are you? What is it worth to you? Listen, this is a full recipe. I dropped this in the Zoom chat. You didn't even have to pay for nothing. This is a full recipe to take $500 and turn it into a $38,000 bag. The only thing I ain't put in here is where to go buy the bottles. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and show you guys that now. Perfumeoils.com. Come over here. You could get what? Glass bottles with caps for $1 per bottle. Bam, I'm going to drop this in the Zoom chat. Now you guys know where to go get the bottles. Now you have no excuse on why you can't make money. Next time you're living paycheck to paycheck, Next time you're one flat tire away from going to your credit card. Next time you're at Kroger's and you have to sit down and figure out whether or not when you slide that credit card, whether or not that credit card is going to work for you. I want you to remember opportunity was in your front of you. Opportunity does not last always. Everybody agree with that? Sometimes a life of an opportunity has a time limit. Sometimes when we step into what we need to do, that opportunity is going to wait for us, and sometimes it won't. What are you going to decide to do? How far are you guys going to show? Listen, I can't break it down no easier, no simpler than that. I can literally hold your hand, pull you up into that boat when you're down, and show you step by step what you need to do.
What's
If you don't make that decision, if you don't say, listen, I'm ready to be more, I'm ready to be better, I'm ready to go to that next level, I'm ready to do this, then nothing happens. Nothing happens. Everything you want on this life, everything that you want is on the other side of fear. It's on the other side of you being in your own way. Now, I'm going to play this testimonial,
what's going
then we're going to give away a logo. Everybody okay with that? Oops.
What's going on, guys? I want to give a huge shout out to my man David 1K for not only showing me step by step how to build an actual cosmetics and beauty brand, but in making sure that I actually followed through with the entire program and taking his advice and actually implementing it so that I could see results. Now, my personal testimonial is a little bit different because what I did was I built the beauty brand, I built my own cosmetics brand, and I realized after a couple months in that I was a little too busy for it. I had other projects in the pipeline. So what I did was I sold a couple units and I actually sold that beauty brand for thousands and thousands of dollars. And yes, you heard that right. I built the brand. I built 4 different products around activated charcoal as the main ingredient. And I built the website, I built the social medias, I built everything based on David 1K's advice. And when it came time to sell, I realized I was a little too busy. So I ended up selling the brand. I sold everything for thousands of dollars. And that is just, I mean, that's just mind blowing because I didn't even implement the actual sales and the marketing techniques. And I was already able to make thousands of dollars just by selling the brand. So I can't imagine what it would have been like if I would have gone in there and tried to build that brand. But I'm just fortunate to have done it the way I did, to have sold the brand, made thousands of dollars, and everything just turned out amazing in the long run. So huge shout out to Dave 1K. Do not hesitate in onboarding with him. He will make sure that you get the results you're looking for. And yeah, man, thank you so much and talk soon.
Listen, before we hit into sourcing supplies and stuff, who needs that logo? Go ahead and put, if you win, if you deserve to win that logo, put me in the chat on Zoom. So what I'm gonna do on Zoom is I'm gonna just spin the wheel wherever we land. That person will win a logo. I'll have my team go ahead and reach out to you, and we're gonna go ahead and build it out. How do I become a student? We're on Zoom. You can just shoot me a DM, but I would say no matter what platform you're on, Instagram or TikTok, go to my Instagram. Doesn't matter what platform you're on, it works the same way. I already got dinged on this one, but if you're on Instagram or any other platform, go to the link in my bio, click on that. It'll have we're live. Click on that. It'll bring you into the Zoom. Simple, easy way for you guys to come in. We're giving away the logo in here. We're probably buying another person or two a website tonight. We're gonna bring in the New Year's right, and we're gonna make sure you guys have everything. Now let's see who wins this logo. We're gonna build out. Everybody put their me's in the group chat over and over and over so we know. Now, if Candace Little was paying attention, can you please drop your email in the Zoom chat so my team can reach out to you and make sure that our branding department, our branding team has your information? They're going to give you a questionnaire, answer that out, and when you have all of that answered, please let them know, send it back to them. They're going to sit down. They are going to build out your logo, make sure that you have all the right stuff and get you set up. I see I got your email. You see how simple that is? You ain't do nothing but show up somewhere. And now someone's getting blessed. This is how we're going to be bringing in 2026. So if you have any other workshops, lives, Instagrams, anything you're on, if they ain't helping you guys get into the new year right, just come back to mine. No, let me not be mean. All right, so let me put this in my notes. Want a logo? Boom, I got you. We got you squared away. Now, everybody's ready to get vendors. Anybody need vendors for supplies and ingredients? Put yes in the chat if you guys need a vendor. Vendors are important because vendors are how we save money, where we get our ingredients. So I can go to Essential Labs. I could buy kaolin or white clay. I could buy 35 pounds for $85. You would think that's a great price till you go to Bulk Apothecary and you get 50 pounds for $60. They gave you 20 pounds more for $20 less. Knowing the right places to get stuff is important. Now, take a screenshot of these. These are all the websites to get ingredients. Bulk Apothecary, Essential Wholesale, Making Cosmetics, Nature's Garden, Wholesale Supply Plus, Lotion Crafter, Nature in a Bottle, Make Your Own Buzz, Vermont Soap, Wholesale Natural Body Care. All websites that you guys can go to in order to get really high quality ingredients. These are websites that I've actually used in my own company. And so I do know that they work. I got like $5,000 worth of deodorant tubes sitting in my office right now. I know they work. All the places for packaging: SKS, Best Bottle, Sunburst, Uline, Carry Company, Cosmetic Packaging Now, Berlin, Containers and Packaging, and Premium Vials. All places that you guys can go to get packaging to start your business. I don't recommend ordering packaging on Alibaba or from overseas. They're going to tell you $3,000 for bottles, but they're not going to tell you it's going to cost you $3,000 in shipping. If either any of you guys can't go on Zoom, make sure that you have Zoom, especially if you're trying from your phone. Make sure that you have Zoom downloaded on your phone. And sometimes when you hold that link, you got to hold it and copy it and paste it in Safari or Google Chrome. But I do know it works. But sometimes with different phones or different times updates, you might have to copy it and paste it. Other ones, you should just be able to click it and be okay. Yo, that shipping is going to hurt. The time is going to take for your bottles is going to hurt. And when your bottles arrive into the wrong size, that's going to hurt. Anybody want access to my personal supplier? A company where I get ingredients from, a company in Fort Lauderdale, Canada, and the UK that you guys can pull up to, have your stuff. A company that will have a net 30s or a net 60, so they give you 30 to 60 days to pay them off. That way you can focus on making money before you ever have to spend money. Easiest way to do it. That's going to be this company here. This is LBB Specialties. They're out of Fort Lauderdale, right? They have a branch in Canada. They have a branch in UK. Whether you are looking for herbs, oils, soaps, cleansers, their stuff, their list of ingredients are so big that you usually have to get a rep in order to get the stuff. All right. In order to get the stuff, you have to start with this. Laurel Brown, all of that stuff is when you log into your course access. All of that stuff is literally in there. So just go through your emails, hit on the home site where you log into the course. You'll see all that access right there. Every single one. Any other way to communicate after Zoom? Yep, I got a whole school community. We do group calls with our students, one-on-one calls. Just depends on what offer you got. Some people have mentorship. Some people are in our group mentorship, which just ended, and we're starting our new phase in January. Pretty much all my students has my numbers. If my student doesn't have my number, they didn't realize they were calling my phone. But I do make it very easy to reach me. I can promise you that I am one of the most easily accessible people because I do all the work myself. And it makes me it makes me have to work a lot. I'm not gonna hold you guys. I'm not gonna hold you guys, but at the end of the day, it's definitely worth it. Now, this is one of my students right here. This one here started a business. Any single parents? Single parents, aunties, grandmas, grandparents started a business, 1-bedroom house in school. Anybody here wants to start a business? Goes to work every day to a job that you hate, only to come back home and realize from a 1-bedroom apartment you can make $23,000 in sales? Come on. How many of us here are tired of playing? Who here is tired of sitting back? Who here is tired of dragging their feet? Come on, if you tired and ready to launch this business, ready to make money, ready to go to that next level, I need you to light this chat up. You see, by beholding, we become changed. Sometimes we ain't never seen nobody with $10,000, so we don't know $10,000 is possible. One of my homeboys said, Dave, I always thought I made good money making $5,000-$6,000 a month, but it wasn't until I seen you crushing $10,000 a month that I had to get to that level. And he says I started getting to that because I saw it was possible. One of my friends told me he made $3 million last month. I said, golly, now I know it's possible. Come on, how many of us want to build something? Who here wants to go to that next level? Who here wants to step out of what they've been doing? Step from behind the chair, step from behind. Oh, sometimes we put ourselves behind the wall, in the corner, in timeout, because we don't want nobody else to see what we do. We don't want nobody else to believe because we lack the belief in ourselves. Sometimes we hold ourselves prisoner, hold ourselves hostage to our own life. I was telling my niece today, depression is holding yourself hostage. You have to understand that, yo, I'm stuck in this position. How do I get out? If all you can speak is negativity, I need you to throw all that out. If last year all you said could say is I can't catch a break, why me? Why everything happens to me? Next year we ain't finna say that. That's the biggest detriment to your life next to crack. I promise you that limiting belief, that belief that you ain't good enough, that belief that nothing good happens to you, that belief that everything is going on for everybody else but not me. That belief ain't gonna make you no money. That belief ain't gonna put no money in your pockets. That belief ain't gonna help you. I want you guys to understand that tonight isn't just about starting a business. Tonight is about changing who we are in 2026, changing what we do, how we move, the opportunities that come our way. Listen, if I never had a skincare business, I would have missed that email. I'd have never got an email from somebody on Vogue trying to put my business in their magazine. If I never had a business, I would have never had companies in South Africa and Brazil and Colombia and Barbados and Bahamas offering to fly me out. Companies across the country offer me cruises and this speaking engagements. If I never had a business, I wouldn't be partnering up with influencers left and right and celebrities to help them build their brand. If I never stepped into the door that was for me, all the other dominoes would have never fell into place. Even now, I run away and turn down more work and money than I can. Imagine someone trying to pay you $25,000 and all you can do is run from it because you don't want to add to a plate that's already full. Imagine companies telling you that, yo, listen, we did 25 million last year. We want you to make our products. And I got to look at what my backlog is and see from there what I can do. Opportunity comes. But if we are not ready for those opportunities, if we're not ready for those options, if we don't even have the idea or what to do, how do we take advantage of those opportunities? Everybody wants to say, I'm going to make money in real estate. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get me 40 acres. But you're not even being responsible with the one thing that you have now, and that's your time. How you gonna be responsible for 40 acres, some wild chickens, and a mule if you ain't even responsible for your time? How are you gonna take your business to $100,000 a month business if you not even have the commitment to have a $1,000 a month business? Sometimes we have to look at who we are and change who we are in order to achieve a new level. We have to realize that we are the thing that is in our way. Now let me ask you guys this: how many of you guys are ready for some branding? Who here has their business on point? Anybody? Anybody has that business on point? Because at the end of this call, I'm going to go ahead and look through and do some free Instagram audits and business audits, right? So who here has a business ready, right? Branding is important. Branding is the silent salesperson. Branding is what makes people stop and grab your products. Has anybody here ever bought a product on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube? Or has anybody bought a product that an influencer recommended, right? We all see these products. We all get caught by the idea of the product, what the picture looks like, how they structure it, how they label it, how good it is. And based off of that, we decide to go check out the website. This product looked good. Let me go see how it's selling. Let me go see the reviews. Let me go see what ingredients. And based off of that, we make a decision. That branding for your business is one of the most important things. Too many of you guys get hung up on a logo. Too many of you guys get hung up on a color. Some of you guys have been working on your logos for the last 5 years, and your logo looks like a hummingbird crashed into a rainbow. I want you guys to have a logo that could be in Saks Fifth. I want you guys to have a logo and a brand that could stand the test of time. I want you guys to have, I don't even care if you make your products at home. I'm at home making products. Me and two janky cousins, we all sit in there. One of them got to go smoke a Newport every 35 minutes. I got to pick them up and drop them off and pay them for the day, right? Because I need to help with the business. I'm at home with two cousins, company in Vogue, Glamour, Allure, GQ, Essence, Tatler, Home and Garden. Not even realize I'm hustling out the out the living room. I'm going to Starbucks on my off days and working from Starbucks. The branding will make people think you are in the stores when you are in your living room. The branding on how you show yourself, how you present your products, will have people calling you to be in all these different places before you ever make it out your house. Having the right branding, the right look, the right feel, labels that don't wash off when they get wet. Come on now. Labels that we didn't print on a printer from home will make all the difference in the world, because if your products look DIY, if your products look like they deserve to be in a mason jar at a farmer's market, who is putting that product in their stores? Well, I guess you could say there are stores that will allow you to pay them to have the right to sell your products in their stores. There's all kind of stores like that. But if you want people calling you, you got to make sure that your stuff look good. If you want people blowing your phone up because your products stand out, they stand the test of time, then you got to make sure that your products look good. And that's where branding starts. If I say right now, which store can you guys see your products in? Come on, someone drop a store. I have a store. I have a name, but no branding. It's hard for me to find someone who won't charge an arm and a leg. I can help you with that. Can I show you guys how to get branding for less than for around $100 to $150? Listen, your branding is several things. Your branding is going to be your logo, your colors, the type font, all of that stuff, right? That's what branding is. This website right here is a website that a lot of people don't go to or even realize that is an option. Artists and graphic designers come here to show off their work. So why wouldn't I slide in some DMs over here, right? So if I put skincare branding, it's going to pull up designers and artists all around the world who brand and build out skincare brands. I have found designers on here for $10,000, and I have found designers on here for $100. Most times, if I could find a designer for $150, I am more than happy, and I will hire them. I will find branders, designers all around the world. Now, there's another plot that you guys can use for anybody who is looking to the DIY way. Come over here to this. This is one of our communities, and it's free for you for the first 7 days. What I want you to do is use the free 7-day access, come to classrooms, and download all these free label templates for free. Just use a trial. After the trial, close your program out. Come in here, download the website template. Come in here, download the email template, right? Then I want you to come over here, hit formulation library, and download one of these 1,000 free recipes that I have put in here to help you guys launch your business. Anybody want a Rose and Neroli face toner? I mean, I put step by steps how to make it. So now you don't have no problems, right? You have all the places to go get labels, website, all of that stuff. Right here, let's drop this in here in the chat. This is where you guys can get a website for less than $150. Bam. Website for less than $150. Free website and label templates that you don't have to pay for with free recipes right here. If you want to go through and find people to do your designs and branding, this is the place. You will find them for $100. You will find them for $1,000. You will find them for $10,000. Not one is better than the other. I will be honest. It's all about what location. So come over here, hit filter, change the location. So if I'm in the US, I might recommend going to this country that I'm putting here, because this country right here has people who will do your design work for $150 to $200. You see what I mean? It's all about how we do it. It's all about where we go. It's all about the resources that we use. Now, when you guys do find your work, when you guys do find all that stuff, I want you guys to make sure that your brand is Instagram worthy or social media worthy. Let's say that. How many of you got? Well, most everybody found me on social media one way or another. Social media is where we are. Social media is a marketplace. Social media is where we can go show our products and bring in sales. So it's very important that our brands have a visual presence to them. It's very important that our brands stand out, that our brands look good, because if they do, people will gravitate towards them. That's the difference between a quality website, a quality social media, quality labels, and something that's not. This is great branding. This cost me $250 to get designed. Great branding stands out. Now we can do it our old way and figure it out, right? And we could farmers market this and try to piece it together, and we could pay our cousin's uncle who does website labels and stuff like that, and our stuff could look horrible. We could find an artist, a designer, somebody who's going to make it look good. And we're going to go to that person and say, listen, I know this is what you're doing. I know that this is how you eat. I know that you can design. Let me go ahead and get a great design. That's how we stand out. Now, would anybody like my label manufacturer? I don't know where my labels went, but I mean, oh, it's right here. I'm talking about these kind of labels, waterproof, oil proof, soap proof, store quality, right? These kind of labels, they print on bags like this, even though it's all white and gold. They print on bags like this. Somebody needs someone that does boxes like this. Come on. I'm dropping free information all night long, giving out websites, giving out all this. The least y'all could do is light up this Zoom chat to make sure that you guys are hungry for this free information. Not only will I give you guys this, right? I'm going to just give you guys my direct person there who I work through. Is that okay? I had to come find their information. Here they go. So this is the company that I work with. They're based out of Hong Kong. From the day I order to the day it arrives at my house is usually 10 business days. I get 1,000 store quality labels for $100. Come on, I need someone to say it. I use Sticker Giant. I was spending $500 for 1,000 labels, thinking I was winning because now my labels didn't wash off. I used online labels. All you guys who are using Avery and them labels that don't quite fit your bottles right, and you still got to print them out, and you got the wrong kind of printer for the right type of paper. Come on, I know. Been here, done that. Well, I get my labels on Vistaprint. You keep getting your labels on Vistaprint. When it sits in the shower for a day or two, let me know how those labels worked. Meanwhile, I'm gonna get my labels, 1,000 labels for $100. 1,000 labels for $100. And I'm going to have waterproof labels that can hold up in any store in the game. Matter of fact, if I want metallic and reflective ones, they have them. If I want see-through ones, they have them. If I just want a pamphlet to go inside my stuff with my labels, guess what they do? They have them. All of these vendors, all of these suppliers, this is what we call insider information. This is when you go to a company on Instagram or TikTok and say, hey, I'm new to this business. I just need help finding where do you get this stuff, and nobody wants to help you. This is where that steps in and makes that difference. This is what changes the game. This is what allows you guys to make more money and have the resources to go. See, when I didn't know better, when I was new in the game, when I didn't know what to do, guess what? I'm buying stuff everywhere. I'm spending up all the money I'm making simply trying to figure out how to make it work, where to get this, how to do this, how to ship right. Then you grow and you learn and you find all the right suppliers, all the right vendors, all the right stuff come into play. Next thing that you know all the people in the industry. One of my students was having trouble getting funding with this company. They were trying to make her pay all this stuff. I called my rep, I was like, yo, I really know this person, this. Just off the strength of that alone, they gave her a net 30 out the gate. You could hit up that label company right now and say, listen, David sent me. They're going to open the doors for you. Oh, David sent you. He sends us so many people. Oh, we have designers on staff who can build your labels for you. We have this. They have stuff all of a sudden that they don't offer to other people that they're offering because the strength of who sent them. You better take advantage of information like this.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Jasmine Brooke. I am the owner of Lilu's Cosmetics, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about how Lilu's got started and one of the little secrets that is launching soon that helped me create my business. So when I first started thinking about launching a skin and hair care line, I had no idea where to start, how to create a website, how to advertise my products, or what products needed special ingredients to make them last longer and have longevity for clients, or how to even ship products. One of the things that really helped me was David Wong-K, the owner of Pure Tropics, his six-figure beauty brand. His course was phenomenal. For someone wanting to start in the skincare and hair care industry and business, it is a lifesaver. This course helped me not only launch my business, helped me develop my products, advertise my products. It also helped me grow in sales, helped me quit my regular job. It also helped me develop as an entrepreneur. It helped me hold myself accountable as becoming a new entrepreneur. There's just so many great things.
Listen, how many of you guys are ready to build? Come on, put it in the chat. How many of you guys are ready to build? Who here is ready to launch? Who here is ready to take their business to that next level? Who here is ready to make money? Who here is ready to go to bed and wake up to money in the thing already? Do you mind sharing the info for the Long Kong labels? I just shared it. I just pasted it in the Zoom link. Listen, I thought you got Instagram and TikTok are along for the ride. Everything I'm posting, sharing, screen sharing is on Zoom. Link is in the bio. Everybody can join. Now, in terms of the Hong Kong labels, it's a WhatsApp number and a Skype thing. So reading it out is not going to work because it's like 15 numbers, letters, but screenshots and me posted it in there. Matter of fact, just send me a DM. Easiest way. If you guys want any of the information that I'm going over tonight, send me a DM. I don't care what platform you are, whether you're on TikTok or Instagram, or even no matter what platform you are, it's the same process. The link is go to my profile, click that link there. It's all right there. I said no matter what platform, I'll make it simple. Now, how about social media marketing? Social media is one of the best platforms that we can make money on. It's one of the best platforms and things that we can do. Social media allows us to make money every single day. We can use influencers. There's pages like these where they have 2 million followers and I give them $80 and they promote my products on those to their 2 million followers. That helps me get sales. This is how I was doing $1,000 a day. I was literally using pages like this to grow. I built a faceless brand. I mean, I post myself, but nobody knows I'm the owner. Most of my customers think that a lady still owns the company or owns it when it's me. Built it from scratch. Why? Because everybody I post is a woman. I've been using influencers my entire time running this business. They post for free. I get them for free. I grow my business for free. All of these pages, 1.1 million followers, 500,000, 500,000, 300,000. I could come in here, pay them $20, $30, and they promote my products for me to their audience. I can use borrow audiences to make money. You guys understand how great it is to have an influencer or somebody's family member post a product and talk about how great it is? The trust factor is like 95% if it's a close family friend, a best friend, a family member. If it's an influencer who they watch, the trust process is 85%. You can have people selling your products for you. You can have people pushing your products for you. All it requires is you put in a little bit of effort. Anybody here capable of DMing people first thing in the morning? Sending out 5 DMs every morning for a week? Anybody capable of doing that? It's going to be a copy and paste, so it's not even like you have to think of what to say. I make it as easy as possible. I make it as easy as possible so that everybody can have an opportunity to do it. This right here is one of my students. This is Kiana. She started a brand for the face mask. Where I prefer to sell face masks in pouches like this, she sells them in glass jars on Amazon. Runs up a bag doing it. No matter what you guys are doing, no matter where you are, there is money to be made. There are people who are willing to take pictures with your products and promote them and sell them for you. All of these influencers have taken them for free. I don't have to pay because the way I approach them is, I would call it scientific, but it was an accidental find, and I scientifically been using it for 10 years, and it's been working for 10 years. All these influencers are the way I promote, grow, and build my business. Any influencer, 100,000 and below, I find that I make the most amount of money. I made $400,000 off of one influencer and a 15-second clip. Tell me what's possible. Tell me what's not possible. Tell me what I can't do. I've got my hands into Victoria's Secret models, to actresses, to Raji, all kind of people simply by sliding in DMs. Tell me I can't do it. Tell me my products ain't great enough. How many of you guys are trying to get your hands in products? Who wants a family member to call and say, "Yo, I'm over here at such and such house. Guess what products they have in their kitchen?" How many of you guys can already start seeing your products going viral? Already start seeing you making money? Already start seeing your products go to that next level? Who here can already taste the sweet, sweet taste of success? Listen, this ain't hard. Let's take the influencer process, right? All we got to do is find them, send them a DM, and respond and ship them out a product. Is that too hard to do? All it takes for your business to grow is an hour a day. Is that too much to commit? We commit 8 hours a day to somebody else's dream. We commit 8 hours a day to funding somebody else's life. We commit 8 hours a day to somebody else, yet we have to ask permission to go check on our kids. We have to ask permission to have time off. We have to ask permission if we are sick. We commit 8 hours, but you can't commit an hour a day to your own business. And I know this works. I built one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. That's a lie. I probably built like 50 businesses or more at this point of my life. I don't even count them. I have them all in documents, right? I help other people launch and build their businesses. I actively invest into people's businesses. I build my own. I manage two businesses, a lab, and a branding agency at this moment. I put my time, effort, energy into being the best. I put my time, effort, energy into this. My phone has my dreams. My phones have my goals. Let me read this to you. It talks about how much money I make every single day. $270,000 is the daily goal. 73 million a year. I don't think that's impossible. I don't know nobody who's done it. I know there are people who do it, but I know that's for me. Just like I know that I can jump on any Instagram profile, click a drop down arrow, and find everybody in their like following who is worth sending a product to. Just like I know that my products are so great that I deserve to send it to people and they're going to post it for free because that's how I approach it, right? I could come over here and hit the little tag section and find whole pages who are just dedicated to reposting people's pictures. And I could have a shopping list of influencers who I can market to. I could go on pages like Curly Daily and Protective Styles where influencers go and repost great content and show off the great videos that they make. And I can hit those pages. I can go ahead and give them a few bucks and I can find what all these influencers who can promote my products for free, who can sell my products for me, who can make sure that I don't have to figure out what to post every day. Real quick, has anybody ever had to post every day? Has anybody here ever had to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to do it every single day? Come on. You know how tiring it is to have to post every day? Does anybody here understand how tiring it is when you have to try to figure out what to post, what to say, how to post in order to get the most amount of money? Come on. Make it as easy as possible. If I have influencers creating content, I don't have to worry about posting. They do the selling for me. We overcomplicate the process. We make it harder than it is. Anybody agree with that? Everybody take a screenshot of this. This is the DM script that I want you guys to use every day. Starting next month or beginning of the year, I ain't even going to be giving this out for free. So take a picture of this. Everything changes. Take a picture of that. This is the script that I literally send to this day. Every single day. I have all kind of I can't even say some of the celebrities. I just got one who's in Calabasas and has to send stuff to a PO box because they don't need that address out. Every single day, reach out, send this to 5 to 10 people every single day. Push and grow your business every single day. Chase your dreams every single day. You wake up, you be better than the last day. Every single day you wake up and you thank God for the opportunity to make money. You thank God for the opportunity to grow your business. You thank God for the opportunity to feed your family. You thank God for the opportunity for great health. And even if you ain't great health, I guarantee there's somebody worse off than you. Every single day we wake up, every single day we approach our business, single day we move like we ain't got no tomorrow. We set procrastination to the side. We set doubt to the side. We set fear to the side. We set the idea that we can't do it to the side. And once we do that, do you understand that the world opens? Do you understand how great the world is? Do you understand the blessings that could come from you? Listen, there's this story. I'm going to paraphrase the heck out of this one tonight. God sent his prophet to this king, and he said, listen, I want you to shoot these arrows out the window. King's been laid up sick on his deathbed, don't know what to do, calling out for help, calling out for help, calling out for help. God sent someone. He says, I want you to take these arrows and I want you to shoot them out this window as far as you can. Pull that bow back, and now you're in bed. I don't know if any of y'all ever saw the bow and arrow, right? I love shooting them. You're in bed and you pull that back and you're aiming out the window and he shoots six. Six. At the end of the six, the prophet looks at him and says, why would you only shoot six? Why? God's going to give you as many as you shot. If you had shot 10, you would have had 10 more years. Your kingdom would have lived for 10 more years. You shot six. Listen, opportunity is at your door. The opportunity for your future is at your door. Do you know your whole life can change within 90 days, 3 months? Do you know how great it is? 3 months is a lifetime. 3 months can change every situation. 3 months can make a situation even worse. Opportunity is here. In a business like this, the weakest link will always be you. The weakest link will be your belief system. The weakest link will be your discipline. The weakest link will be those days you don't feel like doing anything yet you have to do. My girl loves to ask me, all you do is work. Oh, you still. She called me last night. She went to bed. I'm on the laptop. I'm in the office on the computer. She wake up, call me. I'm on the office on the computer. She's like, right where you left. Well, no, yes, I am, but I went to sleep. I wake up and I chase my dreams because in my dreams, I see a house in 5 different countries that we go to depending on how we feel. In my dreams, I see a big house with miniature cows and horses running around that I don't want to take care of. I got my wolf dog. That's all I need in this life of sin. In my in my dreams, I see my mom, my dad, mother-in-law, father, everybody taken care of. In my dreams, I see my nieces and nephews operating my business while I sit home. In my dreams, I see my children making money with a business. In my dreams, I see everything I want. Now the goal is, how do I get there from where I am? And if the only thing you tell me is, David, you just got to work a little harder. David, you might miss a few hours of sleep. David, you might have to read a book that's kind of boring and you got to force yourself to read a chapter a day. And you tell me that's all I have to do? That's all I'm going to do. You tell me if I do that, I'll be great. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do that and I'm going to be great. If you say, David, all you got to do is buy $500 worth of oils and flip it into a $38,000 bag, the next time you talk to me, I'll be eating an ice cream sandwich with $1 million in my pocket. Because you give me an inch, I'm going to take a mile on you every single time. I will sacrifice for the life that I want. I will push for the life I want. They say my father owns a cattle on 1,000 hills. I don't need that. If I'm not faithful with the little, how can I be faithful with much? If I'm not faithful with my time, how can I be faithful with my business? If I'm not a good steward with my finances, how can I expect more money to come in and me not to blow them on stupid stuff? I will sacrifice. I'll be faithful with my talents. I will put my hands to the grindstone each and every day. I'll never look for a handout. Some days we need a handout, and when those days come, yo, God bless us. Other days, it's our job to give a handout. Other days, it's our opportunity to bless somebody. Other days, is what we do for others that matter. What are you going to do to change your life? What are you going to do to change the life of others? How are you going to go further? This one of my students, Jamaican, electrical engineer, decided to start a business with him and his mom and his wife. Got the business running, doing $200,000 a month. Here's his testimonial. Oops.
Hey, I just want to take a quick moment to give my boy David 1K a shout out. He has been an integral part to the growth of my company and what we've been doing the past couple of years. He's definitely someone who knows the industry, in the industry, he's doing this day in and day out. So he's not just teaching from a book, he's actually doing this day in and day out. When I first started, my company, we do hair care. When I first started, I knew nothing about the beauty industry. And when I say my guy, he was clutch. He's just someone who just knew the industry. He knew how to navigate the industry. He knew the right contacts, the right suppliers, right resources, and he shared that all with me. So that definitely was just an integral part in the growth that we've had. And if you're looking at getting into the industry, this is your guy. He knows what he's talking about, and I highly recommend him.
Let me ask you guys, how many of you guys are ready to make 2023 or 2026 yours? I've taught you guys how to figure out products, what products to sell, how to make them for the low, how to make a high profit margin, label vendors, branding, social media, influencer marketing. You guys have the tools for you now. Can you guys see yourself using those tools? Can you guys see yourself making $32,000 a week? Who can speak that into existence? Who can put that into their life? Who can say that with conviction? I can see myself. No, I don't see myself. I claim. I speak on my very existence in life that I will sacrifice, that I will wake up early, that I will do the work that is mandatory, the work that is required, that I will make a decision, that nothing will get in my way, that I'm not going to stop till I see my first 30,000, that I'm not going to stop till my first comes in. Listen, If I got to jump on camera and sell my products, it's way better than selling myself on camera. If I got to jump on camera and tell you what makes a hair growth oil so great, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell you every single minute why a hair growth oil is so great. If I got to jump on camera and tell you every single day, and I got to scream it out from the mountaintops that I got the best product in the game, that's what I'm going to do. I don't need nobody to scream it for me. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you why, and I'm going to give you a sample. You know how great that sample is going to be? Listen, anybody looking for help, anybody looking to make money, anybody tired of going about it on their own, anybody who is tired of not being held accountable, ready for someone to hold them accountable, ready for someone to help them. Listen, I got the full program ready for you. I break it down step by step, the tools, what you need, how you need it, how to do it. I put together calculators in here that will do your full formulation for you. Anybody interested in having an AI calculator that create your formula for you? Anybody? Anybody want a formula, a calculator or a program that will take your labels and everything that you put and tell you whether it's FDA safe or not, will correct your problems, look at your business and say, listen, on this part of the label, you messed up. The proper words is not shea butter, but it's this. The proper term is this. The FDA wants it like this. This is how you lay it out. Matter of fact, I got programs that will build out your labels for you. Everything that you need, I put together. I've been coaching students for 3 years. I've been helping entrepreneurs for longer than that. I've been running my own business by God's grace for over the last 10 years. Over the last 10 years, I've been at this. I haven't had a job for 10 years. I tried to take a job. I tried to go back. I didn't even make it through the first day. I was such a horrible employee. I had to fire myself. Oh, the heck with this. I make too much money. I'm going home. But if you guys want more, matter of fact, let me show you guys this. Can I show you guys this? Can I take a second to show you guys what I mean? Well, let me show you guys. When you guys make that decision tonight that it's time to go to that next level, it's time to stop procrastinating and dragging your feet, I'm going to give you guys access to this. This is the homepage for our program. Now, I'm throwing in all of this for free. These two, if you want to be a part of our group mentorship that's opening up our new session, we'll talk on that and stuff, but opening it all up. I break down how to first change who you are and work on yourself. I personal development, how to be a better entrepreneur, what it takes to be a better entrepreneur, the mindset that you have to have. I break down how I built a whole separate company, how I took Pure Tropics and sold the same products in glass bottles for more money to a different demographics. How I can and how to formulate. Some of you guys want to learn how to do your formulations, how you guys can take a product or something like that and figure out what ingredients go where, how much, all of that. Listen, I'll take all that risk out of there. My goal, my process, my journey is to make sure that you are never overwhelmed. When you are dragging your feet, when you don't know what way to go, when you guys are in the water. Anybody, let me ask you guys, anybody ever tried to start a business and it felt like you were going to drown? It can't be only me who's ever felt like that. When I say drown, you're in the water, you're paddling for your life. You're trying to keep your head above bills. You're trying to keep your head above work. You're trying to keep your family happy. You're trying to make sure sales come in. That way you're not sitting here spending all you and your husband's money. You're trying to make ends meet. You're trying to run a household and a family all at the same time. Anybody ever felt like they were drowning? That they can't keep their head up, that you procrastinate, not out of fear, but because you're so busy, you're so swamped, you're so mentally drained. You don't even know what task comes next. Come on now. You get caught up in that cycle of let me try, let me try, let me try, only to fail, right? And when I say fail, I don't mean failed because fail is a learning experience. Let me put it in terms you guys can understand. You decide that you're going to start posting on social media for sales and you post and you don't get no likes, no views, no comments. Because you don't get no likes, no views, no comments, you get no sales. And it gets discouraging. After a week of being discouraged because you didn't make no sales, you finally give up. You might post once a month now. You went from every day to once a month and you wonder why you don't make no money. You wonder why the sales. What are you doing wrong? Why is everybody else doing it? What puzzle piece are you missing? What am I doing wrong? How is such and such? We sell the same products. How are they making money? But what you don't see is what they do at night. What you don't see is what they do when you're at work. What you don't see is what they do when you're watching Netflix. I'm going to give you the tools. I'm going to show you how. Listen, I don't want you guys to sit and have to build out a formulation for the next 2 weeks. Let me give you the formulation to make sure it works. Let me give you the tools to make sure that every formulation you make is a money maker. It walks you through the process. I don't want you guys to have to figure out how to get a logo. Let me give you a tool that will build all your branding design for you. You see where I'm going with this? I give you the tools that you need. Oh, wait. You don't know nothing about labeling and packaging? Let me walk you through the process of how to create your packaging, how to create your labels, what website has your ingredients. Wait. What terms does the FDA want? Now, I'm going to teach you all of that, but then I'm going to give you the tool so you don't have to do it, right? So I'm going to give you something like the cosmetic compliance tool, like this one right here, that does everything that I just taught you how to do. Because why? I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you why you need it, but then I'm going to give you the tool so you don't have to do the work yourself. You see, thought process went behind this. Thought process went behind this. What's the quickest way to get my students making money? What's the quickest way to get my students up and running? What's the quickest way to get them there? And then I bring all that to the board and I give them the tools. And then I sit down and show them how. I'll run a 3-day masterclass, a 3-day breakdown, and everything you want. Matter of fact, you say, listen, I don't know what website. I got the website right here, 500 website templates for the beauty industry that make money. Shopify, free Shopify code in here that allow you to do it. Label templates, how to hire a virtual assistant. Would anybody be interested in learning on the website to where you go hire a virtual assistant? That way you can have somebody managing your social media account and your website for $4 an hour. If they work for your business for 10 hours, they made $40. Come on. Would anybody like to know the tools that help successful business people make money? That way they can control their time. That website's right here. I break down how to hire them, how to find them, what to say to them, what test to give them, what tracking program to put them on so you can make sure that your time is honest time. I'll break all of that down in the course. How to market, landing page, copywriting, how to write your product description. Everything that, oh, look, full Amazon course right here inside the course. That's how I know who doesn't go through the course and who doesn't. Social media marketing, TikTok, Pinterest, Instagram, all of that is here. The question is, the thing is, what does it take for you to decide and commit that you want to be more than you are? What does it take for you to commit and decide that you want to enter 2026 in a different way you came into 2025? Listen, my course, $997. And it's worth more than that. And I've sold it for more than that. But for you, can I give you guys a New Year's blessing? Can I do this? Can I take 50% off the course tonight for everybody who is hungry? For everybody who wants to step into 2026 different than they stepped into 2025. Can I knock this program off so that you guys can focus on one thing and one thing only, and that's making money in 2026? If my course is 900 or 997, it'd be less than 500. What if I told you guys anybody can join tonight for $125 with a payment plan? Would that be helpful? What if I said I have Klarna and Afterpay? You don't even have to come out of pocket tonight. Would that be a blessing? For all the times you felt overwhelmed, for all the times you felt like you couldn't do it, for all the times you didn't know what to do, for all the times you were struggling, for all the times you needed help, for all those times, can we step in and put someone at the wheel to make sure that your boat is no longer just floating astray? That when you get home, you have a set task of homework that you need to do this week to make sure that your business is successful next week. That way you have a plan and a direction so you can make sure you have everything that you need in your business. Listen, when you click on the link, it's going to pull you to this screen. Enter your information in. This is all I ask. Enter your information in. Go to the second screen right here, right? Enter the discount code in and just see the offer. I have a 5-month payment plan. I have a 3-month payment plan. If we take $500 and we divide that by 5 months, what are we getting in? You're getting 40 hours of free training. You get access to a private school community where it's not just me who jumps on calls and helps you, right? This one is for everybody. This one It's free for my students, and they can get in here for free. And they have access to Regina, our cosmetic chemist on staff, other than me, who's going to sit down with you and break down what's wrong with your products and what you guys can do and how to get your products working. Even if you hit, I'll tell you guys this, and I'll say this truthfully. Even if you say, listen, I got in for $125 tonight. Show me the quickest way to make money. Quickest way to make money is when you come in tonight. You come over here to the classroom, formulation library. There are over 500 recipes, full tested recipes that you can start off with for a product. You ain't got to jump on a call. You ain't got to figure it out. You have a library of recipes to get you started. You have a cosmetic chemist or two on staff who would break it down. You have somebody in here whose sole job in here is to teach you guys social media marketing. Someone in here whose sole job is to do this. I already paid 2 weeks ago. Now wait and get your assistance. Have you booked a call? That's my question. Have you accessed the course yet and went through it and got to the part where you can book a call? Listen, we do onboarding calls all the time. We didn't do one when the 3-day workshop was going on, but we got one coming up. I'm here. I'm here. For second screen after joining the program, book a call. I am here. As soon as you access the course, all that stuff is there. I mean, I lay it out to be as simple as possible. I break it down. I walk you guys through it. I show you guys. All that is here. Matter of fact, there's even a section in here where you can book a call. So I know when people are like, hey, where's the Pinterest course? Where's the Amazon course? How do I book a call? Where's the Shopify? Everything's already off. I'm leagues ahead of this. I had a whole course, a separate course at another time. I did 2 years of mentorship, training my students. I'd added on for free. Yo, I got to get better at my craft. I got to perfect what I do. I got to extend my knowledge level as fast as possible so I could become the best teacher possible. I did 2 years of free mentorship. I said to everybody who joins, I'm throwing in free mentorship. I told my students this, and I said, listen, get it while you can. 2 years of the free mentorship. I'm on vacation with my girl. We're sitting by the beach, and I'm answering work calls, one-on-one coaching calls in Mexico, overlooking the Playa de Carmen and all them spots, Puerto Vallarta. We are over there, and I'm still working. I'm everywhere I'm going, I'm working. Everything you can think of, I've already put it in here. On top of that, let me throw this in. Does anybody like a risk-free guarantee? Anybody? What do you mean a risk-free guarantee? I mean you can't lose to lose guarantee. A guarantee that makes sure that you guys are good, a guarantee that helps, right? So if you follow my directions for 90 days and you don't get your product up and running, but you did everything you were supposed to do, not only will I give you a refund, but I'll pay you double what you spent so far. That means if you put $125 down right now, put in that discount code, get into the program, which is lifetime access, and you don't, well, if you don't do the work, you just didn't do the work. You can, you can do push-ups on a hot sunny day on the blacktop if you ain't do the work. I ain't got nothing for you. It only offers you the launch pad for 27. That's because you ain't signing up to the program. What you're doing is signing up for this class. The link that you need to sign up for the program and the coaching and not the course is this link. If you're just signing up at the landing page for the webinar, that's different. The course is different. The school group is different. All of these are different things. Once you click on this one, the next page will take you to there. If that's what it's showing you, the next page won't be a $27 offer. I've built all these funnels myself, and I actually look at it. But just try this one. Next page would be after signing up. I'll go look at the names of who signed up so far and see. But I don't think the next page of that link is taking you there, or I put the wrong link. This checkout link don't take you there. I know that for a fact. And I'm looking at where it is. And I looked at the people who signed up, and let me read out the names of who signed up so far. Paula Chambers, I see you're still pending, which is all right. So you're getting in. I see that Ashley has got in. Jamil has got in. Sarah has got in. First of all of you guys whose names I'm calling out, I welcome you guys. Lucy, Neil, Cleo, Cynthia, Rosa, Janet, Kelly, and Sophia. Listen, each one of you guys, welcome. Do not forget on Thursday we are doing a one-on-one, not a one-on-one. This Thursday we are, and it's going to be in the calendar, so you're going to get an invite to our personal school group. This Tuesday we are going to have a new student onboarding where I'm going to walk you through the program, what to do, how to be successful, the things that are required for you to go to that next level. So please make sure you guys all show up at this. Listen, you guys see people taking the opportunity to join. You see people who are stepping into 2026 with a purpose. You see people who are making a decision that they want to go to a higher level, that they want to be more, that they want to do more. Do not sleep on that decision. Do not sleep on that opportunity. I don't offer discount codes. It got to be Black Friday, Christmas, or New Year's because I know the value that I bring. I know how much effort I put in. I know the work that I put in. I know the work that goes behind it. I know how every Monday we have to do a work meeting with 3 different people and our cosmetic chemist to break down the plan for that week. I know that every week I have over 10 hours of Zoom calls with students. I know that every week I'm doing a one-on-one, not one-on-one, I'm doing a group mentorship with a select few students to make sure that they have the tools and stuff that they necessary. One of our group students from this year, our 2025 group mentorship program, because it's a 12-month program. So one of our students from this year just crossed 300,000 in sales. Tell me what's not possible. This is why I say, if you're not happy, if you don't get where you want in 90 days, I'll give you a full, I'll pay you because that means something I did was wrong. And now you just gave me valuable research, right? But the fact is, I haven't had to pay nobody. The fact is that nobody who has actually put their all has failed yet. Fear holds us back. I understand. But at a certain point, we got to make that decision to change our life. At a certain point, we got to make a decision that we want more. At a certain point, we got to get out of our way. Everybody agree? Paula, Vanny, and Renee, welcome. At a certain point, we got to decide that the life we want is on the other side of fear, that the life we want, the life that we deserve, the life that is our birthright. I don't believe nobody's born better than nobody else, but I believe in birthrights. I believe that in the Bible talk about birthrights, right? Firstborn son. We all have a birthright. We all have a calling. We all have a purpose. We all have a decision. Now, sometimes in this life, we veer left. There's been plenty of times in this life I veered left, and veering left has brought more problems into my life than blessings. There are times in this life where I've went right. The code works. I promise you guys the code works. How do I know? Because a lot of people have already used it. So just double check. Make sure you don't have the little parentheses and nothing like that. Just double check. But I do know the code works. In certain times in this life, listen, I have done everything right. And sometimes I win, sometimes I lose, but I know that the hard work that I put in has never. I know, God forbid, I lose my business today. I can run this back up because guess what? I still have the information. Guess what? I still know how to make a product in my sleep. Guess what I do? Companies hit me up like, yo, Dave, we were here. We saw you. You literally built a product on the spot. Because you built the product on the spot, you inspired us. We want to work with you. I know my ingredients so well. I know the consistency and the texture of the oils that I'm putting in a product to the point where I can tell you how the product is going to be filled before it's ever launched because I have put the time, the effort, the energy to master my craft. Listen, I'm the first one to say there's a lot of cosmetic chemists in this world who would write blogs and stuff and drop recipes, but there's not a lot of them who have ran a business that has made money. There's not a lot of them who came from the business world first and then started teaching. They start teaching because they can run the business. So that would do. This is Ben with the sea moss soap who did that $8,000 in 2 months. This is him with 100,000 in I know 6. Ben was your student. I was like, yeah. So how's things going with your launch?
Um, Pretty well. I know I started in like February, and we crossed like 100K in like 22 weeks after the launch. But I will say and you told me too, like I was dragging my feet a lot at the beginning, dragging my feet, dragging my feet, dragging my feet. So it's like once I took action, I just started making the sales consistent. So that's all I said. I definitely
So
appreciate
you
you.
did 100K and you said how many weeks?
22 weeks, 22 weeks.
22 weeks. First, I gotta say congrats on that. I already knew you was gonna run it up. You move
That's
so quick.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta give you props on that, man. Let me ask you guys: can any of you guys fill 100K in 22 weeks? That's under 6 months. Can anybody here speak it? Can anybody claim it? Is there anybody here brave enough to say that's me? Is anybody here willing to say, listen, I will bet on myself for the next 3 months. I will bet on myself for the next 90 days. I will give my all. Can't nobody hold you back, right? And the only person who could cheat you is you. That's like going to the gym and the workout tells you to do 25 reps and you do 15 reps thinking you're going to be as good as doing 25 reps. And the next week it ups to 40 reps and now you still cheating yourself because you have not built that workout routine. You have not built that muscle, that discipline. How many of you guys are going to say, listen, this year, I'm going to build discipline. This year, I'm going to go to the full mile. This year, I'm going to put everything I have into this because, listen, I don't see no other way. It's got to work or it's not. It has to work. There's no other option. There's no plan B. It has to work. And once you get to that point where it has to work, once you get to that point where you want it to win, once you get to that point where you got to have it as bad as you want to breathe, when you get to that point where when you wake up, you think about it, when you walk through the store and you look at packaging and all of a sudden you're thinking about how this company branded it, that's when I know you succeeded. That's when I know I'm in your head because now the world looks, you're looking at the world differently. You can't help but be successful when you start looking at it. You're looking at the world differently. You got to understand that there's companies out here making a bag. Lamar, anybody familiar with them? You guys understand that they sell a product for $380 that costs them $10 to make. They make a $3,000 profit margin. For every $10 that they spend, they make $380, 3,000% profit margin. Drunken Elephant, anybody know about that brand? $68 oil. $68 oil costs them $4.50. By the way, that oil that I showed you guys for $60 cost you guys $92. So I still beat them in profit margins, right? $68 product cost them $4.50 to make. L'Oreal Paris, $45 for the serum costs them $2 to make. You tell me you guys can't do this. You can't tell me that the products that I bring, the sales that I bring, the offers that I bring, you guys can't make this kind of money, these profit margins. The opportunity is there. The information is there. Ooh, the person who's going to make sure that you don't get overwhelmed and drown yourself in what? What color should my logo be? Drown yourself in how to get my branding. Drown yourself in searching for vendors. Drown yourself in trying to figure out what recipes and ingredients to sell. When you have somebody like that in your corner, how can you fail? You can't. I wish I had a mentor when I started. I had to piece this out together. I kid you not. I started cleaning out my garage. I found a box of bottles that I ordered because I thought I was going to do this product 10 years ago, stacked up in the garage that I threw there because I didn't know what else to do with it. At this point, I'm gonna start sending out all these free ingredients and products companies send me in bottles that I used to buy that I never used. I got what 30 gallons of body wash gel sitting in plastic bags and bottles with plastic bags over them in a corner of my garage because I was going to sell body wash and colognes, but I changed my mind. Put the discount code in; it'll work. Make sure you use that discount code. I got to get rid of this stuff. I had some guy come to my house and look at all this. I'll buy this for you from $100. He says, but it's been sitting here. I said, yeah, and I could still flip this and pull a $10,000 profit off of this before you was buy this for $100. Now let me get into the bonuses I'm giving everybody who joins tonight. Everybody who joins tonight, I'm giving 4 months of Shopify free. Not regular Shopify. Not let me just go ahead and pay that 99-cent Shopify. I'm talking about Shopify Pro. I want you guys to use the best equipment to start off so you can get the best profits. I want to make sure that when you start your business that you don't have to worry about what platform is the best, wasting money before you get sales. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed trying to build a site by your loan, so I'll give you guys the templates and tools. I don't want you guys to have to guess where you should sell, what program to host your website on. I'll give you all of that. Is that okay with you guys? Can I start you guys off on the right foot? Can I start you guys off with the right tools? That way I could take some of that worry off of you. It's like, well, I don't know if any of y'all, some of y'all don't know how it feels to carry heavy weights upstairs. Everybody knows how it feels to move a furniture up the stairs, right? But now when that other person sees you struggling and they come help lift that up, all of a sudden that weight's lighter, right? All of a sudden them stairs ain't so steep. I want to make sure that you guys have a proven step by step plan to make money. I want to make sure that you guys can launch with confidence, knowing that you are on the right platform, the right shipping information, right product description. That way you ain't trying to figure out what, how, why, where, when. We have enough to worry about. We have enough to stress over. I promise you, enough to stress over to have to stress over that. Can I make sure that you guys have those tools? Can I make sure that those tools work for you? That's what I want to offer. I want to offer you guys the opportunity to launch your business, the opportunity to go to that next level. So, Shopify Pro, a $1,200 value I'm throwing in for free simply because you guys started, simply because you believed in yourself and wanted to step into 2026 a new person. Free. On top of the fact that the course is half off. If listen, I'm gonna be real, cut all this other stuff out. My course is $997. A year and a half ago, my course was $1,500. The only reason I brought it to $997 is because the economy was crappy, and I said I would rather more people launch their business than more people have to work versus me trying to make more money off of people. My course is never $500, let alone the fact that I will help you and trust you, even if you did a payment plan for $120 tonight. I will trust and still help you to make sure that your business is done right and done properly. Meaning, even if you join tonight for $120, I'm going to put the same amount of effort and work I would put in with any of my students in making sure that you are successful. The recipes, the cosmetic chemists, how to market, all of that extra stuff that I throw in is because I sincerely want the best for you. Because I believe in this concept of trickle down blessings. The more blessings that I give, the more blessings that come my way. I have been saying it my whole entire life. I am extremely blessed and favored by God, and I still believe that. I've said it. I've seen it happen. I don't care who could tell me what and why, the universe or whatever. I've seen it happen. I've seen me pray, if this decision is for me, allow this particular thing to happen. And I've seen it happen. I've seen opportunities show up that I never in my wildest dreams would imagine come my way. I know the power of starting a business. I know how fast a business will launch, take off, and shoot you to the moon. I understand this. I understand this for a simple reason. I understand this because I stepped into it. I understand this because I have put the effort, the time, the energy in. I understand this because I have put work and time. I understand this because I have lived this out many a times. So I understand the reason. I understand what it takes. I understand the work required. I understand how hard I go. I understand the late nights that I stay up to make sure that I drop and bring. I understand how I could do a 3 day workshop and I could have pulled a $50,000 profit margin off of that, like my Facebook marketer wanted me to. But I did it for free because I understand the value that I give back. Not everything has to be money, money, money. Let me show you all the value, value, value. And if you want to make more money, then you come to me. I understand this. So when I say, listen, let me help you guys, let me give you Shopify free, I went to bat with Shopify to make sure that I could get that deal. Let me give you software to help you launch your brand. I sat down for hours and hours on my time and programmed out programs to help my students become more successful. I wanted to help them skip all the guesswork on how to write the product descriptions on their website so they could get the most sales. So I put one together to help with that. I wanted them to understand what the expiration date on their product is. That way they never have something going on to shelf. So I built a program that you could upload your recipe to that will break down the expiration date of every single ingredient in your program, in your product, including the preservative and the antioxidant. And then it will factor in and give you a comfort zone, a buffer to make sure that your products are never expired on the shelf. I understand how hard it is to figure out branding. So I built a program that my students can use that will walk them through the process of branding, help them choose their color, build out their logo, lay and structure everything in a way that a designer would do. I understand. And if I understand, I know what you guys need. I understand that most cosmetic chemists are going to break down the specific gravity weight of an ingredient and tell you how the molecules collide. And I understand that it has nothing to do with you making money. I understand that I could go on some pages and these bloggers are going to sit in their house and they're going to sit there and they're going to write all these articles telling you how and what and how they're going to try to police my Instagram and tell me what I should do. But I also understand the reason that they're doing this because I'm cutting into the money that they're making, that they're selling recipes. Access to recipes for 15. You want our skincare collection? It's $15. You want our hair care collection? It's $30. If you want this collection, I understand that. So when you see me dropping free information and recipes more effective than yours, even though you feel like that's what you went to school with and it's your place to put me in, I understand. I understand why a lot of these chemists don't invite me to events because I sit and trash talk them on my Instagram reels and make light of what they do each and every day. I understand. I understand that if you wanted to create a formula and you wanted to get it up and running as fast as possible and get your product launched the easiest way, and you wanted to make sure that you had a formula ready to sell commercially, I then put a program together that will automatically self check itself, that will automatically look at your recipe and say, no, don't do that. This might cause irritation. Don't do that. That product has FDA regulations. I put safeguards to make sure that you're safe because I understand what it requires to be successful in a business. I understand that you can get an LLC in Georgia, and I understand that you can get an LLC in Las Vegas. And if you get one in Las Vegas, you don't have to pay state taxes. So I moved my business to there. I set up all that stuff to be smarter. I understand what it takes. So when you have someone who understands what it takes, not just to make a product, but to sell a product, to brand a product, to put it on a website, and to make it sell, I would highly advise that you find a mentor like that. I would highly advise you find someone like that because the Instagram and TikTok are full of these guys. And I move around some of the same circles. We have mutual friends. I don't know all of them, but I know some of these guys who never made $14,000 in their business, but are teaching people how to make $100,000 a year. I know them. I almost called someone's name out who hit me up in their DMs this week trying to tell me how they could help me make money. I was like, I know you. You know I know you. And you know, last time we had this call, I called you out for scamming and lying to me when I know what you do. So listen, I understand. So when I say, listen, let me give you guys, everybody who joins the program tonight, let me give you guys this full kit. This kit will help you brand and lay out your business in the best way possible for you to get the highest number of sales. I understand. So if you want to get this payment plan, listen, all you guys got to do, click the link, enter your information on page 2, enter in the discount code. Where the discount code goes, it's going to offer you 5 payment options. Pay in 1 payment, pay in 5 payments, pay in 3 payments. Hit pay in 3 payments. Listen, I see a lot of people right now in the process. I see Camila in the process, Jacqueline in the process, Tammy in the process, Nadia in the process, Amber in the process. It's Listen, I could keep naming people who joined, but the people who joined don't matter. The question is, when are you going to make that decision? When are you going to take up on the free branding and the websites and the logos? When are you going to realize that, listen, I can't haphazard this because haphazard this could enter lead me to getting sued. I have to know what regulations and what rules. I have to know how to structure out my label the most successful way. I have to know what causes people to purchase and what colors are vibrant and what colors stand out. I have to know all of this stuff if I want to be successful. Listen, Shopify Pro, 4 months. Scratch that, free. $1,200 free. AI software to help build your business and to make sure if you're not using AI in this day and age, you're already behind the power curve. $997 value free. That alone will save you time, effort, and energy. Full masterclass on branding, website templates, label templates, all kind of extra work, all kind of extra help. $1,500 value free. That's $3,000, $3,600 free. All you did was come in, put a discount code in, and got started with a program for a lifetime access for $500. No one else is giving you this offer. No one else is doing that. Listen, here's one of my students making a decision you making.
I just really do want to say thank you, man. You are amazing with what you are doing. This right here, I like it's more than what someone can imagine. The assistance that you are giving is like more than anybody could imagine for creating a beauty product. Like you are awesome. You really are awesome. I know I'm aggravating, but it's just because it's unbelievable the amount of help that you've given already.
Listen, to everybody who's asking, I paid, how do I start? Listen, when you pay, just go to your email. Access to everything is there. Now, in terms of helping you sign up, the most I can tell you, most I can do for you right now is, because I'm live, of course, is enter in this information, hit I agree, hit go to step two. Step two will ask you for your billing information. Enter that in, enter the discount code in, and you are good. That's the most I could do right now. But if you have any problem, matter of fact, I'm gonna drop this link in here. You see, I dropped this link in here to help people, but nobody ever calls and shows up to their calls, which is crazy. And then they try to hit me up like, "Hey, it didn't work for me. I couldn't get in." I'm like, we was right there watching. You just didn't show up is the difference, right? So if you need help booking your stuff, I promise you, as soon as you pay, you get an email. I promise you. Matter of fact, I can pull it up and tell you what email you went to. You check your spam folder, but I could put $1,000 on it cash right now. I could search your name, pull it up, pull up the email. And sometimes when I be getting these messages of I paid, but I didn't get an email, it even shows me that you opened the email. So let's see. That's what I love about our platform. I'll be putting it in. It shows me who opened up and looked at an email. Listen, opportunity, opportunity comes. Opportunities go, right? What we do in those opportunities make all the difference. What we do with those opportunities make all the difference. Larry L. Brown, you have not opened up any of the emails. It was sent 12/22/2025, 12/17, all of that stuff, but you have not opened up any of the emails. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just shoot you an email. Just send my team a message and we'll make sure that you get all those emails back. Emails have went out. I can pull it on your screen, but then you'll have other people are going to see information that they don't need to see. But what I'm going to do is say, this is the email you used. Problems, email info at mycourse.com. And my team will make sure that you are taken care of. Can we break it down into payments with the first 120 as you stated? So how it works is, like I said, it's 50% off, so 500. It will break it down into 5 payments over 5 months. So you will pay the same amount you pay tonight over those 5 months. I can't break it down no more than that, nor would I. Because I don't mean nothing by this, but if you struggle for that, what do you do when it's time to buy your ingredients? If I take the price that is usually $375, I say join for $125. What do we do when it's time for you? When I give you a full recipe, you go buy $500 worth of ingredients. What do I do then when you no longer decide, let me go ahead and pay this? Let me focus on this, this, or that. Now, me having years of experience, know you have to swing back sooner or later. This is experience talking about. Everybody who didn't make payments have to come back to me at some point because they're going to get to a point where they decided, yo, I've wasted this much time and I should have been further. Kid you not. Kid you not. Every single time. And I'm still there and I'll sit there and I don't be petty. I'll be nice and well, yo, sometimes life happens. But I can't break that down no more than I can. Now, anybody looking to sell on Amazon? Can I throw in an Amazon bonus for everybody? Anybody interested in the Amazon bonus? Looking to get sales on Amazon, looking to make, yeah, Amazon is where the market goes to make money, ain't it? Amazon is a powerful place. And what if this is my Amazon page to the left. What if I threw in a course that was people pay $4,000 for? And I went to bat for you guys with a business friend who I'm helping start another business with. And I got their course for free for my students. And I give you guys a 4,000 course to help you guys. Eunice, welcome to the program. Would anybody be interested in learning how to do that on Amazon? Get their products listed, make a product listing, get whoa. Some of you guys who struggle with getting your products approved. I mean, we break all of that down in there, right? All the things that you need, I've already figured out how to do. I understand that it's easier to get approved for TikTok Shop via Shopify than going to the TikTok Shop website. And I openly show you guys and walk you guys through. I use my business as the lesson. I walk you guys through with my business, how I make my holiday landing pages, what I do at this moment, how I'm using AI to create my product images. Walk my students through this. His cousin and family. Oh, hi, cousin. I was reading wrong. How about this? Who else needs help with marketing? Would anybody need help with marketing? Anyone need help with marketing? We're going to break that down and walk you guys through that process. I'm going to show you guys TikTok, Instagram marketing, and then how I'm getting influencer make content with this. I will walk you guys through all of that stuff. Come on, who needs that? Who wants influencers to sell products for them? Let's be realistic now. Who wants influencers to go ahead and make content for them? I'm already showed you guys my DM scripts, but then I walk you guys through step by step exactly how it's going to work out, what they're going to say, how they're going to do it, how to get the most engagement, how to get the most views. I break it all down step by step. I give you guys all the information that I have because I don't believe in gatekeeping nothing. I use my own website templates, my own label templates. I gave my students, matter of fact, we're doing a social media posting challenge right now. I gave all my students all the templates that they need to post so they can go ahead and have content to post without having to make it. That's who I am. What if I broke down how I'd spent $300 on Pinterest and made 14,000 in sales? Would anybody be interested in that? Come on. Spend $299, made $14,000 in sales. You have to wonder, question, and decide whether or not you guys can do this. This is what, and let me break this down and correct me. I might not be wrong. I understand some people is financial, and I understand that part fully. For some of you guys, you're sitting here wondering if this is real. You're sitting here wondering if this is something you guys can do. You're wondering if you're going to be able to launch the value of this. First of all, I break down, and I always start with value. I break down $500 to a $38,000 bag. That in itself is enough to convince me. I throw in freebies, I throw in discounts, but this screen right here speaks volumes. You're going to teach me how to spend $300 and flip that into a $14,000 bag. That in itself, the aspect of learning marketing, the aspect of someone walking you through. I log into my Pinterest account and do this. Matter of fact, one of my students hit me up last week complaining that she ain't getting no sales. She only got 5 sales in the last week. So, well, what have you been doing? I start posting my products on Pinterest. So you made 5 sales in how long? She's like, well, in the last week, I got 5 sales. So how much are you spending on Pinterest? She's like, well, you told me I only spend $5 a day. I said, if you don't up that, if you're already making money in sales, it doesn't make no sense for you not to be making more. The only thing that you do need to do is lean in harder. If you see something that makes money, do it more. This right here is the same ad that I use to make that money. I read this book, The Entrepreneurial Roller Coaster. I don't even remember who wrote it. This is how long it was. He said something that always made sense. Listen, I did this one thing, this worked. If that worked and you made money, do it more and more and more. If you did it one time, do it 10 times more. 10x it. That's what I did. Listen, Instagram is making me sales by using these channels. Let me go ahead and 10x that and make more money using those channels. Pinterest is making me money with clickable pins, right? Let me go ahead and 10x that by making more pins. Matter of fact, if I go on my own Pinterest account right now, not the one for Peer Tropics, but my coaching one, check this out. Front page. What is this? Peer Tropics sponsored. This is a paid ad right here highlighting my products. I do what I do because I'm good at what I do. I do what I do because I enjoy what I do. If I didn't enjoy it, I'll go back to flying airplanes. I'm a licensed commercial pilot. I'm a licensed A&P mechanic. I'm a licensed MSD, ultrasonic inspection, radio license. I have more aviation license and have had job offers around the world. I didn't like what I do. All right. But I love what I do. I love the consistent challenge. I love being able to help people. Shopify Pro, $1,200 value free. Beauty Boss AI software, $900 value free. Branding Masterclass, $1,500 value free. Amazon course, $4,000 course I throw in for free. Social media mastery, how to make money on social media, free. Pinterest ads, free. $10,000 value. You get in for less than $500. And you get to have jump on calls with me. You telling me that you can't be successful? You telling me that 2026 don't mean that much to you? You telling me that you guys can't build this? To everybody who's joining, I know I even went through for a second. There's, there's some names in here. It's quite a few of you guys. To each one of you guys who joined, listen, I'm sending out an email this Tuesday, bringing you guys all onto onboarding. I'm going to personally sit down. Every call that you guys show up onto is always me. It's never nobody else trying to hustle you. It's me, because I care, because it matters. We're going to be doing an onboarding call this Tuesday, and mid-January we are doing a 3-day workshop on hair growth, how to make money with hair oils. These are the opportunities. This is what I bring to the table. If all I did was help you guys make first $5,000, would that be beneficial to anybody? Would that matter to anybody? If I helped you guys make your first $5,000, would that be blessing? Matter of fact, don't even go nowhere, because I still got to give away a mentorship call out tonight, right? If I help somebody walk away from that job that's been tying them down, would that be a blessing for somebody? Listen, if I taught you how to make a business and you hired your nephew, your grandchildren, your children, would that be beneficial for somebody tonight? I just want to show you guys what's possible. I would say all of that worth $997 to you, quitting your job, making 10,000, getting your family into your business. Would that be beneficial for you? And the answer would be yes. Would it be beneficial at $997? Heck yes. Would it be beneficial for $100 a month? Yes. Would it be beneficial for 50% off tonight? That answer would be yes. The things that hold us back, the things that drag our feet, the things that make us pause is the unsurety in us. Listen, we have two choices. We could walk a road of proven success or walk a road of proven failure. You can struggle and find your way into the dark. 3 blind mice. This is what social media is, 3 blind mice. One mouse is leading the other 2 blind mice, and we all jumping. One mouse is telling you guys to go run this credit play, and everybody's going to jail. One mouse is telling y'all you don't have to work this hard. Anybody telling you this, and this. One mouse is telling you guys fly to Florida, give him $20,000 or more, and he'll build you a full business. He don't even talk about what or more is. And you want to wear fur coats and look more like a drug dealer than anything else. I wake up every day. I'll put my pants on. They might be some gray sweatpants, or there might be some dress up clothes if I feel like being an adult that day. I wake up every day. I get up in my car. My girl, my family would tell you, I treat my office like a job. I wake up at 5. I'm in the office by 7. I might not leave out of here till 9 at night. I'm juggling 3 to 4 businesses. I'm helping take care of my nieces. I'm doing what I need to do every single day, because listen, I come from a family where 9 of them grew up in a one bedroom house in Guyana. I come from a family where my dad and mom both moved into this country, had met each other at church. I grew up in a family that, from time to time, when I go back home to where my parents are from, I see extreme poverty, not just from others, but from my own family members. I grew up in a family, and not all of my families like this, that backstabs, bites, and will hate on you and steal you blind. My mom knows she's out there trying to do this, and this. And she got one cousin who's raising the price at the store, to lying to get a higher price on the receipt so they could keep some of the money and funnel some back to the clerk. I got another cousin who told her that her auntie is stealing all of her building materials only for him to start doing it. I come from a family where not everybody wishes the best, but those who do wish the best wish the best. But to be the best, come on, for us to climb, for us to get higher, for us to be a new version, for us to go to a new level, we have to do what we haven't been doing. We have to become who we haven't become. We have to be more. Opportunity does not always come, but when opportunity comes, what we do in the moment of that opportunity means all in the world. Every single thing that you want is on the other side of fear, other side of indecision, other side of procrastination, and other side of no discipline. Listen, I wouldn't tell you to climb Mount Everest. I would love to climb it. I wouldn't tell you to climb it without a guide, nor would I. Heck, I ain't even walking through a graveyard at night without a guide, nor should you. I wouldn't walk or climb a mountain without a guide because I understand that the risk of failure is too high. I understand that they might not be able to find me. I understand that I might get overwhelmed. I understand that the weather might get to me. I understand something as stupid as me walking and twisting my ankle might be the reason why I don't come home to my family. I wouldn't recommend that. Nor would I recommend you start a business without a mentor, without a guide, without someone to hold your hand, without someone to pick up the load when it gets heavy. I don't want you to start a business where it feels like a task and a chore and a struggle. I don't want you to start a business where you cry at night because nothing's going your way. I don't want you to start a business where you're posting every day and giving something your all only for nothing to happen. I don't want that for you. You shouldn't want that for you. The thing is, you should want more, but you don't understand what more requires. You don't understand what more needs. You don't understand what more comes with. I want you to be the best version of yourself. The best version of yourself requires what? It requires more. How many of us are going to give more? Come on. Who here is going to be more? Who here is going to do more? Who here is going to sacrifice so that they might lead their family to more? I'll be the first to say, and my family will tell you, I'm one of the pillars of my family despite my age. I got uncles, I got aunties, I got all of this, but I'm one of the pillars. Why? Because I sit down, I look back, and I said, let me help you. I've had two cousins living at my house for 3 months, helping them with a business. Cousins that I make sure are good. Cousins that I make sure are doing what they do. Cousins that I make sure have what they need because that's how far I'm willing to go. How far am I willing to go for you? I'm willing to go all the way. The same way I treat you just like I treat family. When I tell you guys I put all these bonuses, $10,000 of bonuses to make sure that you are successful for free, I mean that. That is saying something. A lot of people can say this, this, and that, but not a lot of people will put their money where their mouth is. I will. Not a problem, not a question. Not even something I would think over, not even something I would stress over, not even something that would bother me. Because for me to want the best for you requires for me to do the most for you. Shopify Pro, $1,200 value, I throw them for free. Our whole 12 programs, AI programs, I throw in for free. A full masterclass on branding, I throw in for free. Amazon course, I went to fight for you guys. I have to help somebody do work for their business. A full favor for a favor, free. Social media marketing, free. Pinterest ads, free. $10,000 in value, free. Simply because you decided and committed and decided to build a business. Throw all this in. Now let's hit some Q&A. We're going to spend some time with some talking. Is that okay? Our business assistant via email. All of that stuff, when you guys join in, all those bonuses will automatically be part of the login. So you will get all of those automatically built in and added into the course for you. So we keep track of every call. So if someone says, yo, I feel like I deserve mentorship, but then we look at when you signed up and we know what calls I offered a free call with me or not. Oh, those calls, everything is set by week. By week is how I feel that week. So if I feel like, yo, my schedule has not been packed, let me offer people mentorship, then I do it. Some people have mentorship. Some people started 2 years ago and hasn't used up. So I make sure that I pay them off with what I owe them, and then we move from there. Like I said, January, we're opening up our group mentorship program again. It's a 12-month program. Every week we're on a call. Every week we're doing one-on-ones. Every week I'm helping my students. We keep it limited to 10 people. Nice, small, intimate. Each one of those people who were in it last year went through a whole nother level. Matter of fact, at our event we have coming up, I'm already ordering trophies and stuff for them. In order to be the best, we have to do what the best does. In order to be the best, we have to move differently. We have to commit. We have to move like we're hungry. So let's hit the Q&A. I'm gonna hit. Oh, before I do Q&A, can I do a giveaway? Anybody open for a giveaway? Really quick. Let me know in the Zoom chat if anybody wants us to do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. I ain't did one of these in a minute. Let's do a giveaway. This will be for a 1 hour mentorship session with me. Whether you're a student or not, you get a mentorship session with me. 1 hour is enough time for me to build you 3 products. 1 hour is enough time for me to help you with your branding and marketing. 1 hour is enough for me to do a lot of stuff. Is that anybody interested in that? Let's do this. So here's the rules. We're going to enter a number in. Don't enter nothing in yet. Listen first. You can only enter the number in one time. You cannot enter in the same number multiple times. It would disqualify you. You cannot enter in multiple numbers. It will disqualify you. Why? Because David has dyslexia. And sometimes looking at a bunch of numbers start making them bounce around, right? And so I don't want to have to look at a bunch of numbers over and over and over and try to figure out who won when we could just enter it in only one time. Take your hands off the keyboard. So enter a number in between 1 and 400 right now. 1 and 400. Don't care what it is, as long as it's in between 1 and 400. When you enter that number in, take your hands off the keyboard so you don't get disqualified. And in a second, I'm going to hit generate. And if you hit that number, I might give somebody, let me not put my foot in my mouth again. I've done this many times. If you're within 5 points of the number, you will win a consolation prize. If you hit that number dead on, I am going to go above and beyond tonight of what I would ever do. And let me say what that will be. Anybody who hits the number on directly tonight, I will give you free access to the course. But if you already have the course, I'm going to give you 3 free mentorship sessions if you already have the course. Is that okay with everybody? And all you got to do is hit the number dead on. Now watch 10 people win and me put my foot in my mouth. But it's easier to say this now than it is to say it after the fact, right? So everybody put their number in. If this bites me in the butt, don't worry. We won't be doing spending the random numbers no more. I promise that. If this bites me in the butt and like 20 people get access, I'm finna be mad on that car ride home. It's gonna be a quiet car ride with just me. But it's okay. Someone's gonna get blessed, and that's what matters. All right, everybody got numbers in? In the count of 5, I am gonna go ahead and put stop, and no number counts after that. 5, 4, and it doesn't take long to put numbers in. There's no science to this. It's just a guess. 3, I promise you it's a guess. 2, all you guys putting in 2 separate numbers. If you win, you didn't win because you got disqualified. All you guys was putting the same numbers in over. Don't think we don't know. My team actually does go through this in the next day. 2, 1. Everybody got their numbers in. I'm hitting stop now. Nothing else counts. Let's hit this. My team don't play because they got to deal with me. I ain't an easy person to deal with when I'm business mode. All right, so if you got 375 directly, please put it in the chat. If you're within 5 points, you get the consolation prize. Put it in the chat so I know you won. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go down here and see who won according to my book. So if you are from 370 to 380, you won something. So Zoom user 380, you won something. Simone Lowe 378, you won something. Barb 375, drop your email. We got something for you. This is New Year's. We're going to make sure somebody's blessed. Congratulations for winning. Dead on too, Barb. I love that. 279, Beverly, drop your email. All of you guys drop your email. So far, the only person who was one dead on is Barb. 372, drop your email. I haven't figured out the consolation prize, but the consolation prize is going to be good. The reason why I haven't figured out the consolation prize is some of you guys got the course. Some of you guys don't. So if I say, let me give you this course or this course, that doesn't work. But what I will say is the consolation prize would be a valuable prize. And what I'm going to do is have my team email it out to you. And it might be for some, I might be buying some people a website. For others, I might be building some people a logo. For others, it's going to be things. So what we're going to do is take all the winners and we're going to rotate them out and see who gets what. We do have a winner though. We do have Barb who won 375. I already see you, Barb. My foot and yeah. Listen, I'm talking myself into a whole bunch of stuff I didn't want to do in this lifetime, and enough for the next lifetime. All right, so we got one winner. I can live with that. So Barb won. I'm looking for her email. I got you. Everybody who was within 5 points, drop your email as well. I'm gonna have my team make sure that you are good. Barb, I don't know if you are part of my program or not. And when I say program, I'm pulling up your email in our system. It will tell me everything I need to know. That way I can make sure that I know what I'm giving you. Ooh, you are. So, Barb, let me go ahead and drop this link in the Zoom chat just for you. You are a student. I got you. Wait, did I drop the right email? Yes, I did. All right. So, Barb, I just sent you a link that only you should be able to see. You guys, check that. To everybody else who are 5 points away, drop your emails. My team is going to get on that for you guys tonight. I called your guys' names out. And we're going to make sure that we give each one of you guys something that is special. Each one of you guys the opportunity. Let me go ahead and drop this in here too one more time. This is going to be the recipe that we went over today. One more website blessing. Is that what you said? I just gave away $500 course or coaching sessions. I just gave away a whole bunch of other stuff too. It's not, all of that, but I gave away logos, all that. Don't worry, I might have some more stuff. We're gonna do some Q&A and see what people need, and then we're gonna build from there. So let me hit the Q&A session. I want a one-on-one call with you. How can I retrieve it? Any one-on-one calls that people won, I always send you the link. So what you're going to have to do is to let us know when you want it so we can check, and then we'll send you the link. We always got to check. I'm trying to pay for 25 for schools, not allowing payments to go through. And yes, I do have money in the account. I want to start it with, is there money in the account? Um, just let me know what it's saying, and I'll get a better idea of what's going on. But since I'm on here, I can't really see what's going on. Oh, never mind. You got the issue worked out. Perfect. I might not always be able to, see everything right when you guys are sending it. I got you guys. Everybody who won, thank you guys. I am seeing your emails. Let me say this. To everybody who joined, first of all, welcome to the program. Please remember we have a group call coming up this Thursday, an onboarding call to get you guys in. To everybody who has joined the program tonight. This is unfortunately the last week that there will be a discount code come New Year's. It's a whole new setup, a whole new stuff. I'm pretty proud of what New Year's is bringing. Y'all can't tell by the smile on my face. Pretty proud. I've been up for nights working on greatness. Let me just start with that. Up for nights working on greatness, and greatness has manifested. So, come New Year's, I have a whole new not program, but a whole new webinar that I'm going to be doing. A whole new set of stuff that I'll be doing to help my students. We're going to be building stuff out differently, moving a little bit differently in terms of getting you guys taken care of. I explain it differently. I break it down differently. I teach you guys a little differently. Some stuff, I'm going to pull this up here really quick. So come 2026, there's a lot of changes. I have been pushing out a lot of the one-on-one mentorship, more for group mentorship, and we found that is helping more students succeed. We are breaking down how big businesses are doing it. We're doing a lot more stuff. And so we got a lot of stuff coming that is going to be different. A lot of stuff that is coming that's going to be things. Another thing that I'm doing all of 2025, 2026 is I'm leaning heavier on AI and tools for my students. So one thing that we are going to be doing is teaching my students on how they can make product images, and we're putting together the tools for you guys to be able to make your product images and the stuff that you guys need for your business using, oh my gosh, I just messed something up, using AI. So how you guys can do product images, create different content for your website the easy way. And matter of fact, I did this all live and recorded it and dropped it in the school community, how we created these images and how we do stuff like this. So the soap in the hand, little stuff like that. So we're breaking things down in terms of that. One of the things that I'm really looking to do is have more students push past the limits that they have set on themselves. Like one of the questions that I ask myself all the time, and I even asked my mentor this, and I said, how do we make people believe more in themselves when they lack that belief? Like, what do we have to do in order to really show somebody what they're capable of? And that's where I've been stuck on. That's the thing I've been trying to focus on. That's the thing my mentor is helping me go through is how to do that. So I see the potential. It's just how do I make you guys see the potential? We created this image with AI. And so this is one of the things that we are going to be teaching in the course. We have a whole AI section that we've built out already. So there's a lot of great things that are coming. Like I say, I don't slack. I don't drag my feet. I don't do none of that stuff. The goal for me is to make sure that everybody is taken care of. I could use one channel for marketing. Which would you recommend? TikTok, IG, YouTube? That's a loaded question. Um, First, let me answer your question, and then I'm gonna give you the real answer. If there was one platform that I had to use, it would probably be Instagram and Facebook, simply for Facebook ads. That's if I was forced to use one. Now, for other people, that might be TikTok, right? Because I could run a TikTok affiliates. I could use AI to message 1,000 people every day with a affiliate offer every single day. I could use do that, and then that will reach out to people, and I could sell through affiliates. Let's check this out. Let me show you guys. And this is kind of the stuff that I teach my students. So if we put in turmeric soap, I'm gonna show you guys what this kind of affiliate play looks like to make it simple. So if we put in turmeric soap, you see all these soap bars right here with these crappy labels. Let's just call it what it is. They're melt and pour soaps, which I do recommend. But the labels, the packaging, none of this. This will not make it to a store. This ain't gonna make it be on TikTok for what it is. And I could be honest. Paid partnership, paid partnership, paid partnership, paid partnership, paid partnership, paid partnership. This is using TikTok Shop and TikTok Shop's affiliate program. And so what they said, listen, for every soap bar that you sell, you make 30% off of it. For every soap bar that you sell, you make 30% off of it. And TikTok will automatically send those influencers 30%. Now, what I would honestly recommend is what I would do. And let me go. What I would recommend is that you use Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest all together. Stop looking at it as different options and different platforms and different jobs, and look at it in a way that makes it simple for you to make the most amount of money easy, right? So if that is me creating a reel, I then take this reel and I put this reel on Pinterest. I take the same reel, I put this reel on TikTok. I take the same reel and put this on YouTube Shorts. I did the one job of creating one video and I put it across all four platforms. The only thing that I change is how I word it, because the wording layout is different on Pinterest than it is on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or YouTube. So the only difference is how I word it, and that's the easiest and most effective way to launch and grow the business, the fastest way possible. So to answer your question, and I hope I answered it, if I'm looking for a paid route of TikTok, then a paid route, Instagram and Facebook. If I'm looking for affiliates, TikTok. If I really want to make money, I'm going across all four platforms. Beard oil, number one selling product currently. Are you guys ask if you want to start a men's product, where would you start? So when it comes to selling men, it's not a hard process, right? When we sell to men, and I'm off Instagram and TikTok, we sell with sex and lust. Sounds crazy, but it's true. Think about the Axe commercials. They spray Axe, women fell out the trees, out the air, planes crashing around them, pilots jumping out. We sell all of that, right? So when I sell to men, I don't always look at what's the best product for them. What's the best product that I know they need. So if that best product is a beard oil, then that's it. But I would say focus on a problem that men have. I wouldn't personally start off a men's grooming line with a beard oil. I would start off a men's grooming line with a ingrown hair product. And then I'm going to tell them how the ingrown hair product is going to make them look better, and how when a man looks better and he has his best face for it, he gets higher paying jobs. I'll paint the whole image of him having ingrown hairs feeling down to him having ingrown hairs with the woman of his dreams, the car and the house of his dreams. I won't physically show that, but everything that I show will be a upgraded version of the man. And that's how I would market that. I would sell it ingrown hair. Beard wash is cool. By all means, not enough men wash their beard. I can't name 10 men who put conditioner on their beard, but I would sell a product that solves that problem for a man. If I sell a beard oil, the beard oil will be have to be a beard oil for growth, where men can use that beard oil to help their beard grow in fully. If I'm selling it for, women or something else, I have different stuff, but each situation is a little unique. Each situation is a little different, but it just comes down to what you want to do. If you want to, any other questions? If you guys have questions, you could either raise your hand and I'll bring you guys on, or will the 997 price remain in January? Yes, 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 it will. If you guys have, I was going to buy it on New Year's. Listen, buy it on, try the code on New Year's. I can't promise how or what's going to happen, but try the code on New Year's. I do know come January 1st, things change. Will you be selling to barbershops? So, any product you make for men, definitely sell at a barbershop. What I do recommend in terms of selling at barbershops is allow the barber to have the option of putting his own label on there. So you can buy 12 of these for $150. If you want us to put your labels on it and have your brand on it, it would be, and 12 is not the real number that I'm talking about, but you know what I mean. If you want us to, buy this kit with your labels on it, it would be $100 more. What we're going to do is design the label for you. And really, let's be honest, you order 150 labels, that's going to cost you what, $12? And all you're doing is switching out the brand name and stuff. I understand everybody want to make money with their own products, but if I don't have to sell and I could just sell to a barber and make him feel special, and he sells to the customers, guess who he has to come back to every time he wants a product? So all I'm doing is giving it to him at a wholesale price, charging him a little more to put his label on. Works really good. Works really, really good. Most barbers don't have their own product, so it makes life a lot easier, right? Any other questions? My 18-year-old daughter needs this. I promise you, I have my, ha ha ha. My baby's 18, 19 now. My niece, she's in college. She has her own lip gloss brand. It helps to offset some of that cost. At least her spending money. She'd be buying all them half clothes outfits. You can't find the email to the beauty hub. I promise you, you have it. Sometimes when multiple emails fire off from the same email, they'll all be listed under the same email. So go to the email with the course, go to the bottom. It might have the list where you can pull up all those other ones and click on those. That's the dad comment. I'll tell my niece right now, you better put some more clothes on. Because what's going to happen, my mom going to put me in a group text message with her, and I ain't with that. Don't put me in a group message so you could get your point across because she listens to me because I don't always tell her stuff, but when I tell her stuff, it's important stuff. Boy, my mom sending Bible books. Girls was getting kidnapped in Houston. Put some clothes on. I said, man, it's not that bad, mom. She's in college and you got her. I don't have her doing nothing. She's at the fashion show, not me. How did I get in this message? Listen, that's just life, though. That's life. My mom used to wait up in the middle of the night for me to come home. Imagine trying to sneak home in a Honda Civic with an extra loud exhaust pipe. I gotta put the car in neutral and coast into the driveway, and I walk into the house all quiet, and she waiting up for me. Where have you been? When your company started to gain traction, what scared you the most about success? How did you handle it? Let me answer this question. This is a good question. What scared me the most about success, and how did I handle it? I was so excited to be making money. First of all, I'm not the easily scared person. Laugh in the face of danger, right? I walk around at night and I draw Z's on walls. That's who I am. I've skydived, jumped in a shark cave in South Africa, free dive, scuba certified. That's what I live for. Now, competitive David started getting success. I said, it's over for these people. I'm going to tell you guys this. I don't think I've ever told this story. I said, it's over for these people. Listen, I knew one girl who had a business on Instagram who I watched, and I watched her business grow. I hit her up like, we got to grab dinner sometime. I want to pick your, we grabbed dinner, we talking, and she's telling me about her business. And I said, I watched your business for a long time. You still ain't making no moves. I'm out here surpassing you. I went on dinner just to tell her she need to step her game up. I got success. I started going to business competitions. I had to see other people. I see my boy Damien making all this money. I was like, I gotta go harder. He beat me in a business competition. I gotta go harder. I am very competitive. If you give me $100 and tell me someone made $500, I don't look at, oh well, oh, I'm scared. What can I do? No, no, no. I hit it full speed ahead. I am a very, 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 very competitive person. I compete with people who don't even know I exist. If I play, I didn't play basketball in college. I didn't want to go to the NBA. I wanted to come here and make products. I promise you, I'm a very competitive person. Very competitive. I don't like to lose, and I don't like not to think I'm the best. And so when I start getting successful, it's never, oh my gosh, what do I do next? Or first of all, in this business, one thing I learned very early is every single day is its own forest fire. Let's define that term because it sounds horrible. Every single day, there's a new problem to solve, new thing that we got to fix, new thing that we've done that worked well, and now we got to figure out how to reproduce it. Part of what I love the business for is a challenge, keeps my mind active. Every single day, it's a new task, right? And so if I made $1,000, my next thing is how do I get to $2,000? Who's doing $4,000? This was before AI. I'm paying dudes on Fiverr to go analyze and do full case studies on other people's companies. I have to know what they were doing to do better than me. I have to know what they were doing to do more so I can outdo them. Right now, I do what? Trainings and stuff. My homeboy told me he did 500,000. Guess what? I said I never did 500,000 in a day. That's the goal. I mean, success does not scare me. Staying the same scares the hell out of me. Getting fat scares me. More gray hairs in my beard scares me. Luckily, they're all coming down the middle. I got this whole little Wolverine thing going on. Other than that, success, I want as much as I can, as fast as I can. What days of the week do you have virtual classes? Every class that we have will be in the calendar in the school group. They're always going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays unless we're doing something else. Now, if somebody here has the ability to for or was one of the people who have mentorship, I do have a calendar that allows you to just book Monday through Friday, but you do have to have that. That had to have been something you got because that's something we started phasing out a while back. So it really just depends on what it is. But in group calls, Tuesdays, Thursdays, onboardings are Tuesdays. Workshops are usually Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. It just depends. Everything is notified. I send out emails on a regular basis. I send out text messages on a regular basis. I do make sure everybody is notified. Now, what you do with that information once I notify you is usually up to you. But I do notify everybody and make sure everybody's good. Evening or morning. It's always evening. My calendars are my booking time frames for one-on-one calls are between 1 and 6 p.m. and all Zoom calls for the group are 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I live in one of the poorest counties in North Carolina. I'm so ready for more where I can leave my hometown. Let me tell you guys something really, and this boggles my mind. If I didn't, and I gotta be real, I sell a program and I sell help, right? I don't just sell a course and let you be. I actually help each student. But I would say this: if I didn't have, I don't really care where you live. Poorest county is not the poorest country. When I tell you where my mom lives is poor in that country, like 3 weeks ago, I sent her $500 for food to help people, and she brought almost like 600 pounds of stuff to pass out. Where they live is poor. Our definition of poor in the U.S., while it's poor, is not poor. What you do have is rich in technology and rich in ability and rich in opportunity. So let me start with that. Now, in your position, what I would do is I would go watch my Instagram and TikTok page. I would go comment on every video that feels good to you and feels like a product that you can make. Why? Because when you do that, I'm automatically going to send you a recipe to your DMs. So, what you now have is a full recipe on how to make a particular product. You didn't have to pay me yet, right? What I would do is make that product. Find one that's affordable, find one that's interesting, find one that I can do, and I would make that product. I would hustle that product. Listen, you're talking to a man who will still go on Facebook Marketplace right now and buy a used car. South Jamaica is poor. My mom is from Guyana. They still don't have running sewer and water lines across where she lives. There are still kids who have to decide whether their parents are going to send them to school or feed them that day. South America, I've been in poor spots. I'm not saying it's not a horrible place to be. I grew up in Fontana, San Bernardino. I grew up in neighborhoods where we had to sleep on the floor because gunshots might come through. I grew up in a neighborhood where I woke up and they had the police light, helicopter lights coming through the window because someone got beat to death in front of our house because he talked to someone else's girl. I understand. But I also understand that there is a way out of every situation. If I have a cell phone, if I have a tablet, if I have access to YouTube, I have access to learn. God forbid ChatGPT ever stops letting it be free. You have all the tools. Listen, the person who writes my emails for my company, I pay $1,000 a month. All he had to do was learn how to write emails using AI. The person who I pay for my ads, I pay $3,000 a month. He learned how to use Facebook ads. Why do I bring these up? None of these are tasks or jobs that require you to put any money in. These are jobs and tasks that require you to sit down on YouTube and learn how to do a service and to provide that service to a business. If you are poor, if you are struggling for money, it's simply you are not learning enough. I will be real with you. I sit down and I digest information every day. I have audiobooks that take 24 hours to listen to, and I will listen to the full audiobook within 2 days. I digest information. I got a YouTube videos open on this last thing on what to do and how to market. I go through every single week and I drop audiobooks that I'm listening to. I drop podcasts that I'm listening to for that week. Every single day, I'm required to listen to 3 different podcasts. Don't care if they're free. I mean, 8 minutes. Don't care if they're an hour. Three. I'll break it down. One is always going to be on cosmetics. One is always going to be on marketing. And one is always going to be on how to be a better speaker and a better coach. That is an everyday chore, an everyday task. So when I sit at my desk and I have my headphones on, that's what I'm listening to while I work. When I go to the gym, I have audiobooks. My Audible account has over 500 books purchased. I have 400 books on a bookshelf at my house, let alone these ones. I digest information, free information. I might buy audiobooks, but free information because I want to be the best. I am not okay not being the best. I am not okay struggling. I'm not okay when I have to live hand to mouth. I'm not okay. I'm broke. If I hit a certain amount of money in my bank account, as far as I'm concerned, I'm dead broke because I'm not okay with that. We live in a country where opportunity is readily available. Readily available. What we do with those opportunities. And I'm not even talking about pay to learn. I'm talking about YouTube, Chat GPT. I just told my friend today. He says, "Yo," I said, "I saw your son at Kroger's bagging up groceries and stuff." And he said, "Yeah, he's a CFO of bagging and shopping carts." And I said, "Listen, what I want you to do is I want you to teach him every week, and I want you to put him on AI. I said, I want him to get good at creating images. This is the same task that I have my nephew doing, creating images and videos on AI. Why? Because I predict within the next year to 4 years, if you are not competent on AI, you ain't going to make money. Companies will pay you to create images for them. I hit this guy up and he told me he'll create a video ad for me for Facebook ads using AI, and it would cost me $3,700. It would take him 4 hours to make. When I can tell my students right now to do this. And also, we're over. So if anybody don't want this free information, by all means, We are over with tonight's call. All of this extra stuff is David doing his above and beyond stuff. So if I tell him and I come in here and say, listen, what I want you to learn how to do is I want you to take this image right here or take whatever image it might be and recreate this image with a different style. And then we're going to put a bar of soap in her hands. That's what I want you to do. Full of emotion and life. I want you to details, the skin, uh, texture, the peach fuzz, cornrows, extremely detailed, focus on realism, right? Situation and opportunities are changing. I'm not even finna fix all that. Situation and opportunities are changing in this world, and what we do with those opportunities and situations is what makes a difference. If we can take a simple task and learn how to be very proficient and good, where I can offer my service to a business and say, listen, you have crappy product images. Let me design product images for you that don't look fake. Let me design realistic images for you and for your business. That way, on your product page, you can do this. Now, what I do for you is I usually charge $50 per image. That's still cheaper than hiring somebody to do a photo shoot. Even if I say I charge $20 because it took me this long to do it, right? I charge $20 per image. It's still cheaper than you paying to go do a photo shoot and get edits. I will take product images for each of your products. I will make sure that that person is holding your hand. Everyone is going to be based off of real people so that the product images look real, right? If I was to say that, if I was to do that, and then I was to come here and create the images and put the products in their hand, right? Then all of a sudden I'm making money. Now I can take the same image that I just created. Watch this. I could take that image. I could really take any image that I want. I could take this image. I could come back over here. I could post this image. I could take this image. I could post this image. I'm going to take this same image, this same prompt. I'm going to post this over here. I want the girl in the second in the first image. And just like that, I can build out what I need for my brand. I can tell you guys to go hire this amazing photographer and how this amazing photographer is going to help you. And this amazing photographer is going to charge you 12, 13, $1,400. But then you can use a free software or a program or a tool, excuse me, to start making money at home. My point is there's no reason why we ain't making money. My point is there's so much free information and access that we have that if we are not making money, it is a conscious decision. And I mean that. It requires work, it requires effort, it requires energy. All of those suck to give, especially when you go all day and you give work, energy, and time to every single person else. I can tell you right now that there's a lot of days during the week where my battery is below zero. Is because when I'm not giving effort on my businesses, I'm giving effort on Zoom calls. I'm giving efforts to students. I'm giving effort to my auntie, helping taking her around, effort to my nieces, making sure that they're set. I had to drive to Atlanta to drop my brother off at the airport, an hour in traffic. Then the next day, drive right back because I had to go pick up my niece from a hospital. I give effort, I give effort, I give effort. Effort gets tiring, effort sucks. But at the end of the effort, there's always a reward. At the end of the effort, there's always a rainbow. At the end of the effort, there's always work, effort, and energy. When it comes to this, oh yeah, she's good. She's good. A little mental breakdown from other stuff. But when it comes to energy, when it comes to life, when it comes to opportunities, what we put in, what we do is what we get out. So if you guys have the opportunity to learn a way to make money from home, if you guys can sit down and be stable. I told my little niece, the same niece, she hit me today with, "Can we talk?" And you should have seen my face. It's like, oh my gosh. This little girl loves to have talks, deep conversations. Today's topic started off with she don't agree with the Bible saying women should serve their husbands. You're 12. Why are we holding this conversation? So I had to break it down where a 12-year-old could understand. Listen, it doesn't mean slavery. It means respect. It means that women should respect their husbands. I said, just like I'm engaged and I talk to my girl before I go on vacation, baby, is it okay if I go here? It's a respect thing. I said, secondly, we got to get a better Bible with newer language for you. Too deep. And then we moved into how is she thinking? How is her brain? How is this? How does she feel? I feel better. I feel like this medication is helping. I feel this. I feel that. Good. Good. That's what I like to hear. Now, let me tell you the best things that you can do for yourself. I said, here, now, what we have to do is we have to sit still. And I want you to start doing yoga every day. Start 20, 15 minutes. I want you to learn how to clear your mind, how to burn that good energy, how to be disciplined. I said, baby, if you want to be the best person in this world, you have to focus now at 12 on the discipline that you set to your life. When there are things that you want to do and you can't do it, then you don't do it. When there are things that you don't want to do, but you need to do, then you do it. To be successful, to be the best, to go far, to put time, effort, and energy. And we have to lean on discipline. We have to lean on the fact that, listen, nobody wants to do this, right? Procrastination is easy, but so is being successful. So is being successful. It takes work, it takes time. I would never tell you that it doesn't. I would never tell you that you can't be great. I can never tell you none of that, right? Because it does take that. But what we do is what matters. How far we're willing to push, how far we're willing to go, those are what matters. So for each of you guys, determine a path, determine what you want, determine how far you want to go, determine what you want out of this life. Set your goal, walk into 2026 with a purpose. Walk into 2026 with a goal. Walk into 2026 with a vision, with heart, with energy, with time. I promise you, each one of those will be successful. Each thing that you put your hands to. And I'll say this to each one of you guys. I pray that whatever you put your hands to, you become successful. To each one of you guys, I pray whatever you decide to do, whatever greatness you chase, it turns to gold. Whatever you put your hands to diligently with purpose pays off. If at the end of the day, the hardest part for you is the fact that you have to trust yourself enough to be successful. Trust yourself enough to go to that next level. Trust yourself enough to put that energy, that time, that goal. Listen, I promise you, you can be as great as you want to be. Any last questions? Audiobook. Listen, I've been thinking about an audiobook. I'm about to redo my YouTube page. I can't do the YouTube page the way I've been doing it. I need to be free to talk. I don't want to follow a script. I don't want to follow what people say because this is what I live. I live. I focus. New Year's starts my 30 days of discipline. I try to fast twice a week. I try to do the things that not just bring me better and closer to God and better and closer to who I am as a person. And it took a lot to get here. It took a lot to get here. It's been a long, bumpy road, but guess what? I've been blessed every step of that road. Blessed. So, what I'll say is to everybody who hasn't joined or anybody who hasn't, whatever, I'm going to drop this link. At the very least, save this link and save the discount code. Test it. See if it works. I'm going to let it run till New Year's. So see if it works. At any time you guys are ready, at any time you guys are hungry, at any time you guys need that, let me know. If anybody needs to reach me, ask more questions, I'm going to put our company email in here to all my students who like to text me about simple problems. We have a whole service team in the email. Hey, David, how do I make this payment? Email me. But we got that all. Also, to everybody who doesn't have the funds to join, come join the school community, right? It's value. I really put value in here. Just come to today, right? Toner. That's not today. That's not today. Now it's making me look stupid because right here, beauty forecast for 2026, products on 2026, hair perfumes, other stuff that I made. I put perfumery recipes in here. Dropped a coffee scrub in here today. I put effort in it. Not one of these recipes do I drag my feet or halfway do it. I put effort in there. If you don't have the funds right now, you better come get in this $25 school group and get in it. If you say I don't have the funds for the school group, I want to show you guys everybody something. You see this link right here? Everybody will have this under there. If you send this link to somebody and somebody joins this program, they get 50% off. You get 50% off of whatever they spend. I don't think my students understand this. If you click this link and someone signs up in this link and they spend $25 a month, every month you will get $12 deposited into your account from them. Don't make this thing any harder than it needs to be. I make a process underwhelming. I make it as simple as possible. Felicia Milton, I see you have your hands up. I don't know if you're still in this call because I seen your hand up earlier. Let's hit up our participants. If you're in here, I will go ahead and see whatever question that you have, and let's get you taken care of. My participant is not wanting to work. Felicia, if you are in here, you have a question, by all means, ask away. I'm trying to see if you're in here, but I can't see my participant list. I did something wrong. Bam, my screen. I don't want to see that. When is the onboarding call? It's in the school group, so it'll be Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everybody will get an email ahead of that to make sure they're good. We send those out 24 hours ahead. Everybody will get access to all of that. On that note, I'm going to say good night. God bless. Listen, if there's any questions, send me a message in the school community. I'm here to help anybody. I'm here to push you guys. I will be getting on everybody. I have sent out an email. I have personally messaged about 50 students at a time. And I have been making sure that you guys have what you guys need. So I've been sending out messages every day to students, individual messages, just checking in and seeing where you guys are at. It's not a bulk email, it's a message to you. I ain't hitting up everybody, so I'm picking and choosing, trying to keep up. So on that note, keep your eyes open. I'm going to say good night. God bless. You guys have a blessed and wonderful night to everybody who is here, everybody who showed up, everybody who has learned something, by all means. Yes, everybody who signed up for the webinar, meaning we have your email or whatever, a replay will be sent out, as well as the replay will be posted in the school group in the morning. So I always post recipe, the recipe list, and the replay in the school community every Monday morning. All right. So that note, good night. God bless. I look forward to talking with you guys. Everybody who started their business, everybody who's doing what they have. By all means, let's make 2026 our year. Have a blessed night.